Welcome, everyone, to the third episode of the Renegade Realm Podcast. I am your very tired, lethargic host, Red Wolf. Thank you. Welcome back again for the third time, I think. I'm joined by the usuals, Macbound, Big Papa,
Yo, what's up?
and my son, my beloved son, Assassin. How are you?
Guess who's back? Back again. Hey guys.
Cleaned his room once again. And Craig is with us as well, but Craig has been an asshole. Oh God, we're demonetized. 10 seconds in, fuck. And a special guest, our friend, a good friend, Mr. Bushido. Welcome.
Classify you guys as friend. I'm doing the whole, air quote thing. Friends. I would say more of a.
That's racist.
Yeah. That is. Yeah, you're right. You got me.
Welcome.
What's going on?
Yes. Thank you for being here. I know it was a bit impromptu or three.
No, I appreciate being invited, man.
Cool. So last week we talked about the Xbox Direct being a rumor. Was it real? Turns out it's real. And we're going to talk about that. And now that we know that it's real, we actually have more details that I'm very excited about because I can't stop talking about Starfield. So let's just go ahead and jump right into that. And I'll start with you, Bushido. Now that it's confirmed, are you excited about what they? Because we know what's going to be there, and we know it's not going to be there. So what are you most excited to see at the Direct?
In all honesty, I started doing this about 2 years ago, and I'm still keep to it. I don't look at nothing. I don't look at rumors. I don't take rumors anymore. I mean, unless it's something super big and I just happen to come across it because it's all over Twitter. But I don't look at stuff anymore because if it's rumored to be there and it's not, then I'm upset. So I don't have any thoughts, expectations. The only thing I don't think that there will be any new games shown at the Direct. I think it'll be everything we just know of. But as far as like brand new things, I think they'll save that for E3. But yeah, I am really hyped to see Redfall though, since I know that's going to be there for a fact. I wish I had that game now. I didn't care about that game before when it first came out. I was like, the game was stupid. It was just a trailer. And then they showed gameplay and I was like, I mean, it looks okay. And then they showed gameplay again. I was like, no, I want to play this. Now I want to play this now. So I'm hyped for Redfall. And when we get the one for Starfield, I'll be even, more gassed up. So.
Yes. So you're of the mentality of never get your hopes up and you'll never be let down. That's how I live. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
I did that I made the mistake for the for the Game Awards. I heard a rumor that Compulsion and NXI was going to show their game. And I was like, oh, yes. I've been waiting to see what they've been working on. And when it wasn't shown, I was pissed off. And I said to myself, that's what you get for breaking your own rule.
And you started punching yourself in the face as you were.
Yes.
You're like, stupid.
Both fists. Yeah.
That's how I felt about Starfield, actually, in the Game Awards. I was like, this is the only reason that I'm here. I need more of this. And then Assassin was like, hey, Red Wolf, I don't know why he became Stewie Griffin all of a sudden. Hey, Red Wolf, Starfield's not going to be at the Game Awards, just so you know. And he ran off laughing at me, and I cried myself to sleep.
No, Red. Technically, I said Starfield may show up, and during the pre-show, they showed off a Starfield trailer, and I'm like, well, Red, technically Starfield was there. It just wasn't what we wanted.
Only the 10,000. Only the 10,000 ads they showed us.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
God.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Disappointment that was, but not really. It was a good show. Elden Ring got Game of the Year. But God of War was the game. God of War was a game. I'm just kidding. I like God of War a lot. It was good. Mac, what do you want to see? Well, I know what you want to see, but tell the people.
Well, definitely the biggest thing is Redfall. But everybody talks about Redfall, so it's not like we all don't know about Redfall. I mean, clearly 4-player co-op. I mean, great looking RPG, the skill base and all that. But people ain't talking about it, and it kills me. But Forza Motorsports, I love racing games. I mean, you guys know that I play Need for Speed and stuff like that. Love every Forza game that comes out. But man, Motorsports I think is going to get an earlier release than people think, and I think they're gonna announce a release date for April. I've been saying that April 4th date just seems right for a Microsoft games, and I'm still going with that with Forza. I know people don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, if it does, it does. But I don't. I mean, it's the right timing for a game to throw in there and to make money and to bring people to play your game. But the game oh man, the trailer looks amazing. If you ever seen the trailer, put that thing on 4K and just see how crisp it is. It's just, cannot wait for freaking Forza. And the biggest thing with that game is I hope they have more than like 15 tracks. I know with those motorsports games, they do tend to have a little less tracks than the average game. So I finally hope with all the time they've put into this game, clearly we haven't had a Forza Motorsports in many years. So they need to definitely make sure that they have a lot of tracks. Tracks. That's what wins people over. You got the cars. The cars are fine. We know they're going to have cars. But bring the tracks out, man. Bring the tracks, and that's definitely the game that I'm most excited for, because everybody is talking about Redfall, but Motorsports, man, just Motorsports. I love it.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm gonna go on tangent. I can already feel it. Never mind. Assassin, go on, baby.
What I'm excited for the Xbox Direct is Redfall. It's easily Redfall. I mean, there's just too much fucking Minecraft. Can Mojang work on something else? Can they make something new, please?
He's making that money. They're not.
It's a money thing with that. It's a little bit different than. Listen, did you play Minecraft Dungeons, Assassin? Real quick, I know I'm interrupting you. Did you play Dungeons?
No, because I'm not interested in the Minecraft IP.
Okay, so
it's actually pretty good.
It's actually very good, actually. I'm not gonna. It's a generic Diablo for sure. It's got it, but man, it was so good. Me and my brother played through it, and me and him, he has a very hard time of playing a game all the way through straight like that. And I'll tell you right now, we sat there and played it, and it was so good. I mean, yeah, it wasn't long, but man, it was good. So I definitely think you should.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's just the past few years when I've been watching an Xbox show and I see, one of the first party studios come up, the Xbox Game Studios presents logo, showing off a new game. I'm like, oh, it's something new, it's something great, and it comes up Minecraft. I'm like, God fucking damn it! What can this IP just take a rest?
No,
please?
Listen. I will say this. I will defend it. It's a simplified dungeon crawler, but it's not like it's just easy. It gets tougher as you go further. And it justifies you playing it longer to grind to get stronger, but the game is actually pretty good though.
No, yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not for me.
I got you. No, I got you.
You're wrong. But it is for you.
Yeah, and
we also remember Mass Effect. Okay.
Anyway.
Oh, don't. Talk about my disappointment in my child.
Please don't. Can I keep talking, please?
Yeah, go
anyway,
ahead.
So Minecraft does not interest me. Look,
was that it?
I'm not going to say that Mac is not in his right to be excited for Forza. He has a total right to it. But for me, no, you don't. For me, I just put the game. I just turn the game on. It goes beep, beep, and you just hold down R2 and you go vroom vroom, and that's it. That's just it for me. So no, I'm not excited for Forza. ESO,
okay.
ESO is just ESO. So what is there new?
So you're not a big racing guy, right?
Nope. So the only other option is Redfall, and from what I've been hearing and seeing, I'm really excited for it. It's
not Elder Scrolls Online.
No. Give me Elder Scrolls 6, not online, please. No. Give me ES6.
Did they give a name for Elder Scrolls yet? 6? Have they gave it like the Skyrim, Morrowind? No, they haven't. gonna be
No.
like it's gonna be like Haven
It's gonna be
Wind or
Hammerfell.
Whitefall or
Haven
something.
Wind. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Haven. Ooh,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I actually like it.
Haven Wind or something. I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, or something
I'm
like
pretty sure it's gonna be Hammerfall is what it's gonna be. Or
Yeah,
Hammerfall.
that's
See-
where it's going to be.
see,
People think
yeah.
it's either going to be in Hammerfall or elsewhere.
See, I think that the thing about Hammerfall is when I think of a Hammerfall, the first thing I think of is 40K, the freaking what's that game that's
Space Marine.
yeah, Space Marine. When I think of that,
Yeah.
then, like it kind of I think they should go a little bit away from that name because it kind of the first thing I thought of when you said that was wow, that game that was crappy third-person game from 2009 or whatever it was. I don't think it was crappy, but it was.
Well, I was gonna say I thought it was alright.
Yeah, it was good. I just-
careful. We're gonna get demonetized. No, I'm just kidding.
But
No.
for saying-
Anyway,
for saying one game's crappy, I don't think it was
I-
crappy. It's just
Well,
like,
it's just got a huge fan base. It's I don't give a shit. But
come at
the-
me, bro.
the only come at him, get him. No, the only reason that I think it's going to be called that is just because of the lore base. It's all nerdy shit. There's High Rock and then there's Hammerfell. They're
That don't
two.
make sense either. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
there are two provinces that are pretty much right next to each other, and so Todd said in I don't know when it was a while ago, and he said, well, if you ask me what we're doing with the Elder Scrolls 6, you'd say, well, Todd, how is this possible? And he basically said like that they're doing technology, that they're working with technology to further things. And so when you say, what could I, if Todd came to me and said, we're going to do not one, not two, but 3 or 4 provinces in Elder Scrolls 6, and then I would say, how is that possible? But now you look what they're doing with Starfield, where they have all these planets and procedural generation and all that kind of stuff. I could actually see the Elder Scrolls 6 being set in multiple regions. But that was just to answer your question. Why would it be called Hammerfell? Because it's a region. You got Skyrim, you got Morrowind, you got Daggerfall, all those regions. I don't care. I just want the fucking game to be out. Anybody else?
What
go
about
ahead.
rumors? What about rumors? Okay, go ahead, Assassin.
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, no, I was just going to finish my segment and saying, out of the 4 games from the developer direct that I am excited for, Redfall is easily the most. I've been a fan of the Dishonored games for a while. Prey didn't really interest me too much with its aesthetic, but I did like Deathloop a lot. I need to go back and play it though, but out of all 4 games, Redfall is the one that I want to see the most.
I agree, actually. I'm with Bushido. I don't. Okay, I'm trying to. When was Redfall originally revealed? Because I remember.
E3 2021. It was the very final game that Phil Spencer came on stage and said, "Take a look at what Arcane Austin's for."
Well, because I remember I was already feeling
Good
so. Yes, well done. He's good at that. That's why we have him. But I remember feeling like I am so sick of this shit. Whenever I heard the dialogue, and I was like, why can't any game be serious anymore? And I feel like because I was coming off the heels of the Saints Row reboot, and I was like, oh my god, if no one can take any IP seriously, I'm coming off of The Witcher season 2, which then the Master Chief, the Halo series, and I was like, no one is taking, and they're like, we're going back to the roots with Saints Row, and then they reveal it, and it's a bunch of fucking, oh my god, I'm an old man right now screaming, get off my lawn, I know, but then Redfall gets revealed, like, hey guys, I'll kill some vampires, and I was like, I am so sick and tired of seeing
what
this.
made me not like it either.
Right,
Yep. It came
and I
off
was
kind
like,
of goopy, and I was like, all right, here we go.
yes, and so, but then we saw more, and I was like, maybe they highlighted it, you know, some dialogue just to sort of gain interest for pander to a different audience or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
But the more and more that we saw, I was like, this guy looks dope. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to myself and just hurt myself by not playing the game just because I set my standards a year ago, you know, whatever. But yeah, Redfall, and I feel like just because it's Arcane and we haven't had anything from them since, I mean, well, Deathloop, but that doesn't count because of PlayStation. But that's not really why. But I don't care. But like an actual
Arcane has they have 2 teams.
Yes.
Leon was working on Deathloop, and Austin was working on Redfall. So
yeah, see, that's why you're here.
Yep. Yep, Leon
yeah,
worked on Dishonored
so-
and Austin worked on Prey.
It's a Wikipedia when it comes to game studios and who the hell is doing what. I swear.
Yeah. That's why all of you love me, though.
I love you,
Good to have one of
son.
those around.
Oh man. So yeah, I don't know. Like, what's the last good vampire game that we
Castlevania Lost in the Shadows.
I'm about to say,
Lords
yeah,
of the
man.
Shadows, bro.
The
Ooh,
Castlevania
fuck.
IP.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bye,
I
good
never played
Konami.
them.
Bye. Yeah.
There's been other ones, but like I can't even think of other ones because they were probably so crappy. I mean, there was definitely side scrollers that were like a little bit after. What was there was also another Castlevania that was a side scroller that was around Lost in the Shadows. So it just seems like Castlevania is the only one that can make freaking vampire games. I mean,
There was
Yeah,
another
I'm not
vampire
Lords of
game
the Shadows.
last generation. It was called Vampire or Vampire.
okay. So it was
Vampire.
Vampire. So actually, it was really good. So it's kind of okay. I forgot about that game. I haven't played it in so long. So it's kind of like a Dark Souls with like a really good storyline. So it was good. It was. I wouldn't say it was like a 10 or nothing like that, but it was at least like a 5 or a 6 somewhere in that range. It wasn't overboard great, but it wasn't bad.
It had depth.
Yes,
Unexpected depth that I.
yes.
Okay.
I remember the first boss you fight. I don't know. I played like 3/4 of the game. I don't remember beating it, but like the first boss you fight, you fight him in a church, and that's when you become the guy you are, like the vampire guy, you know. And like this, it was crazy, like just how it ended up being. It was really good, but like yeah, I forgot about that game. I paid like $9 for that game, like one time when it was on sale, and I played it for like 10 straight hours, and then took a break and then played it for another like 7 hours, and then I haven't never touched it again. So it just nothing that it was bad. It was just like, you know, other games always overtop games like that, which is sad, but it was
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, when it comes to vampire games, there's not a lot of AAA games that have vampires as like a main enemy or a main
Well-
factor into it.
It's the only AAA game ever is Castlevania. There's no other AAA game ever for vampires. It's
Yeah.
just never. I don't.
Maybe Code Vein? I don't know if it was AAA or not. Code Vein was one. I didn't like it. I didn't like it like at all, but other people liked it. I didn't really dig it.
What was that vampire game that come out in the summertime? It was called Vampire the Mosquito.
The Masquerade.
Yeah,
The
the
Masquerade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another one. There's a couple. What other ones I could think
That
of?
one didn't do well at all.
No, yeah, that one. I mean, there was a game that was announced on PlayStation and PC. It was a battle royale game that was vampire. You literally go around.
Vampire the
and you, like-
Masquerade.
but no,
It was
it was like a duel like thing. No, that's because there was two different ones. There was the Masquerade, like Swan
still-
Song.
It's
I
still
think it
the
was Hunter or
Masquerade.
something.
Yeah, there was one that was called like Swan Song, and then there was another one. So there was like, and that was a
Okay.
It's called Blood Hunt, I believe, and
Yeah.
it is Vampire
Yeah.
the Masquerade Blood Hunt. Still set in that
Okay.
universe.
Okay.
yeah.
Swan
that's weird.
Song was more of like a narrative driven. There was no combat or anything like that, but it was set in the universe of Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there has been I don't know. I feel like people are like, oh, it's overplayed. I mean, my God, zombies at one point were like, if I see another fucking zombie game, I am gonna shoot myself. Well, there goes. Now we really are demonetized. I meant shoot myself in the face with a water gun. YouTube. I don't know.
Okay, so
But yeah, so Vampire was. So I'm still waiting for the sequel, Werewolf, with a Y. That'd be fun. But yeah, so Redfall. I guess we're on in a agreement, right?
yeah, I agree that it's definitely the top game, but I'm playing both of them. There doesn't matter. I'm gonna at least put like 30
Yes,
hours in the Forest. I'm gonna put at least 30 hours in the Forest, and at this rate, it looks like Redfall is gonna get around the same thing. You know, it's a lot of grind. It looks like, so we'll see.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on what we? Yeah. I mean,
I want to know if you guys think there's gonna be a rumor. If you think there's gonna be like
a surprise.
yeah, kind of like, you know, how they did the cyberpunk thing a few years ago in like 2017 or 18 or whatever.
I'm
it
glad
was.
that you brought that up. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Avowed is the one thing. I saw an article the other day. It was like, Avowed is basically Xbox's Elden Ring, and I was like, that's weird. I don't know if it meant it. I'm sure it didn't mean it literally, but maybe in terms of being very important and making a big impact, because Elden Ring was obviously a massive impact. It got Game of the Year. But
It was
that would be the one
comparing it in
thing-
terms of reveal.
Right. Okay. Because that would be awesome. I mean, if we know what's already coming out and people are going into it saying the things that I'm interested in, I'm excited to see more. Depending on, obviously, we all are excited for Redfall, and I think honestly that seems to be the major consensus throughout the community right now.
I would love to see Hellblade 2.
Yeah,
I would really freak out if I saw me some more a Hellblade 2. That is one of my most anticipated, even over Starfield, IPs for Xbox. The second one is State of Decay 3. That is my second favorite Xbox IP after Halo.
Whoa, nice,
Really?
dude.
Yeah, I love
Respect, dude.
State of
I
Decay.
love State of Decay. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
That's awesome, dude.
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
you
so-
already know, Bushido, you already know how I feel about State of Decay. I'll keep it to myself.
Well, Matt, go ahead. What kind of rumors or surprise would you like to see?
I think. I think they're gonna. I agree. They're gonna show something. I don't. It's gonna be. It's gonna be something so small, but like maybe like even like a quick like 3-second clip of something. Bam, bam, and it's gonna be like ha ha ha. This is what it is. I definitely think it's gonna be Starfield or Hellblade. Because nothing else makes sense. Nothing else makes sense this year because what else is coming out this year? What else is going to be the possibility to come out this year outside of those two games that are not talked about in this direct that are possibly going to be at this direct? Clearly, we know Starfield's not going to be there. And we don't know about Hellblade yet. So it does. There's a list that says what, Aaron Greenberg shared it. It was, I think it was just a little small thing saying that, Arcane Austin's going to be there. Mojang Studios, Turn 10, and ZeniMax. So just the 4 games that we just talked about, the Elder Scrolls, Forza, Minecraft, and Redfall. But where's the other games? There's no way they only have 4 games at this direct that they're hyping it up like it's, so big. There's no way there's only 4 games. And that's why I think there's going to be something else, something small, just enough to get people talking. Oh, man. What'd you say?
How long was the show?
They haven't gave it a time
43
yet.
minutes.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
That might be it.
That might be it. Yeah, I was just gonna say with the 15 to 20 minute thing on Redfall, and then because they're showing single player and co-op, they said you got maybe 10 minutes on Elder Scrolls, Minecraft 10 minutes, and then what was the other one? Forza 10 minutes, give or take. It's extended gameplay, so that's about 10 minutes. And so maybe not.
Maybe talk to the devs, about the game.
Yeah, you kind of like a vidoc, kind of a small vidoc. But like that's what I still think though. Like it still can have something small at the end of it. Oh, stay tuned for Hellblade 2, or Starfield. They might give the Starfield direct date, like the whatever the hour is going to be for Starfield's by itself or something. They might actually give us a date of that showing too, which would be nice, but I don't think it's going to be till at least the end of February. There's no way they could put it all together that fast. I don't think so.
And the thing about the time frame, which is good. I'm glad it's not a huge
3 hours long.
Yeah, which is good. So they can have a deep dive, meaning 4 to 5 minutes for each game or whatever. Even if it's 10 minutes for each game or 8 minutes for each game, and there's 4 to 5 games to be shown, the impact would be much heavier to have and one more thing or 2 more things, and then you finally get to show actual gameplay of Avowed, and people are like, holy shit, this was worth the wait. This is gonna be dope. And then they're like, and one more thing. I mean, I don't think they would do that because it's kind of weird. But you know what I mean? Just sort of ending the show by saying, and there's something else we were excited to show. Here's Avowed or Hellblade, State of Decay 3, whatever. And then say, and stay tuned for. I agree with that. I mean, that would be sick. I would be so happy. I'd be so happy about that.
Yeah, I think they'll say that for E3 though. Unfortunately.
Yeah, fucking.
I would love to. Love to, but I try to look at it realistically. Like take my fanboyism out of it, and say like, if I'm running a company, what would I do? Running a company, not what I'd want to see, and that would probably be the way I'd do it. Just to make sure that my E3 is big, and besides the new games I have coming out, I would probably do it that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Hate me for saying that too, because I hate me for saying it too.
I hate you. Thank you. No, I actually agree. That's that would have a huge impact. End the show on a high note. You always had to end the show on a high note because you're going to start off knowing, you're going to go in with the assumption, I know everything. I'm excited for anything and everything because I just want to see more of it. But I don't know. We got to see some new stuff. We already know that Starfield isn't going to be there. Any thoughts on that? Because I do want to move on to the Starfield thing because that's hot.
Nope, that's it. That's all I got.
Can I take my turn?
Assassin, please go.
Let's see. Well, I talked about it last week, but it wouldn't surprise me if Hellblade 2 was going to be there. I mean, Aaron Greenberg listed off 4 games and 4 studios. He didn't say those 4 were the only ones that are going to be there. Realistically, if I had to say, I think realistically that they would have a big section of that direct where it's nothing but Xbox Game Pass announcements. It didn't say if it was coming to Game Pass or not, but they said they didn't give a release date for it, but maybe Sifu. That seems like a good Game Pass get for March.
That would be freaking-tastic.
I don't think they... I'm
So
not
excited.
entirely sure if they can mention it or not, but I'm assuming not because of Deathloop, but maybe Ghostwire Tokyo. Maybe they could get an early announcement. MLB 23 is going to be in Game Pass in April.
Yeah.
But
See, but
I would say
yeah,
some more Game Pass announcements.
yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I like that. I didn't think about that.
Assassin, I'm going to have you
mean-
go first from now on, and I do apologize. I did not. I'm so tired. Please forgive me. I'm really sorry. I did not mean to skip over you. Yeah, I'm sorry about
No,
that.
you're good. As for revealing something new, I do agree with Mac. It would have to be something pretty small. It would have to be pretty small, but I'm going to add to it and say it has to be something probably coming out within the next 12 months. Given how everybody says Microsoft should stop announcing games too soon. Kind of like what happened with Fable, About, Perfect Dark.
No, they don't need
So,
to give.
I'm assuming-
My biggest thing is they don't need to give release dates like Starfield. It makes it.
Oh,
look
yeah,
bad.
they don't have to, no.
That's my biggest
But-
thing. Reveal it. Don't
but
show it.
something
Don't give
small.
us the date. Yeah.
If I had to choose something small, maybe the rumored game from Stoic, The Wandering Tower, codename Project Belfry, could be a good get. Maybe we finally see Hi-Fi Rush from Tango. That's supposed to be a small game from a small team at that
What-
studio.
What was that game? Benedict. What was it called?
Oh, the
Last
Curious
Last
Case
Case
of
of
Benedict
Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Whatever happened? to
Look
that?
at us on the same page.
Yeah, that's another good one, Assassin. Since you're bringing up smaller
Thank you.
studios.
Oh, my God. I love that. We were so
I
on
keep
the
throwing
same
it
page.
there. I love it.
I've never heard that. That's great.
I
that's
mean,
fantastic.
another good indie game, in my opinion. They could finally reveal Hollow Knight Silk Song's release date. Get people hyped up that way as well.
I just want to say that was the name of the sex tape that I made. Okay, carry on. Okay.
Oh, Cumberdick.
But
I remember that
only,
way. I don't look for it.
Good choice. I wouldn't either.
so, like I was saying, realistically, Game Pass announcements, or maybe something small from a studio, from a small team. Or, I don't know, Bushido, maybe they will show Hellblade 2 and maybe they'll say and get the release date at E3 or something like that. I don't know.
I'm
Get
not
people hyped
crossing
up
my
for your
fingers.
E3 early.
Yeah.
I'm not crossing my fingers, but I wouldn't mind.
Nah. Yeah. We ain't.
I
giving it-
don't think any of us would mind. They wrapped up their mocap back in November. So
Yeah,
they must be pretty close.
Yeah, but to get it before E3 would never happen. But after E3, I just think I'm gonna go December for Hellblade. I don't think any earlier than December of 2023. It does not fit what's gonna happen this year. So that's why you can't push it. You cannot set that next to Starfield and expect Hellblade 2 to succeed. You just can't.
No. That
Yeah.
would not work.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go ahead and move on to because unless anyone has anything else to say before I pull an assassin.
Nope, I'm good.
Cool. So everyone was like, "But what about and what's his name came out and what was assassin? Who's the guy that came out and said things about stuff?"
And, what's his name? Action Man? What's his name? I forgot what his name is. I don't know.
No. He's oh god, Tom Henderson? No, wait. Anyway,
Tom
Okay,
Warren.
wait, hold
thank
Is
you.
it
Was
Tom
it Tom
Warren?
Warren?
Yeah,
Yeah, who
is it
came
Tom
out and said
Warren?
Starfield is gonna have its own thing.
Yeah, Tom Warren. Yep.
Okay, so Tom Warren came out and said, "Everyone, calm down and shut the fuck." No, he didn't say it, but he was like, "Everyone, get excited. There's gonna be a Starfield. We want to dedicate the time that Starfield deserves. It's gonna have its own showcase." And I agree. Now, here's the thing. I'm excited, by the way. I'm very excited. We've already had a deep dive how much deeper can we dive? Are they gonna, because now remember Bethesda sort of opened the floodgates when it comes to questions with Constellation questions on the Discord server and all that, and they've only come out with 2 videos, so that's kind of weird. So we've got or 3, I think, actually. I believe it's 3. There was the Will Shen, then there was the other 2 where Todd talks about things. But a 15-minute demo that's a lot of information. That's a lot of information. I've watched that demo so many times, and they got into so much stuff, and yes, there are still more questions to be asked. So I'm wondering, are they just going to use the showcase to answer a lot of the questions that the community has been asking? Like, can we walk around our ship when it's in space, Todd? Fuck. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. So, answer me. But, so what do you guys think? How do you think the deep dive is going to... I mean, is it just going to be another same thing that what we saw before, plus a release date? Or, I mean, because that's the big thing. Bushido, no, you know what?
Start with Assassin.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Bushido. You'll go next. Assassin, please go before I forget you. See, you're my neglected son.
So you're asking what I think that Bethesda's gonna do, either the same or different than the last deep dive? Is that it?
Paying attention.
What are you thinking about in general? What are you thinking
no,
about right now?
No, I'm just making sure that I got everything right before I say something stupid.
I have a serious question, Assassin. Do you like asparagus?
Asparagus? No.
Okay, good. Okay, go ahead with your thoughts about Starfield.
What?
What's that?
I mean, what the fuck kind of podcast are we on right now?
Perfect. We're on the right path.
This is the Renegade Realm Podcast, not the Gordon Ramsay Disappoint Me podcast.
The garden podcast. Yeah, what the hell? We're all gonna be in our little two peas and shit at a fucking event talking about, do you want some asparagus? Here you go.
Would you like some asparagus, sir?
Yeah.
No, give me the lamb sauce.
Do you like it with butter or do you like it with ranch?
You do not.
I like it with milk.
All right, or neither. All right, let's carry on. That went too far.
Yeah, that was too long and too far. Okay, so what I think that Bethesda's going to do different in the second deep dive is they're going to talk about, I guess, more of the story and the characters, because they briefly touched upon it in the last deep dive. They talked about, how expansive the world is going to be. They talked pretty briefly on what the story is and the factions, everything going on. I think they're going to go more into the basic idea of Starfield, and I think they're also going to talk about the technical aspects, which a lot of people are concerned it's going to be only 30 FPS. It would be nice to hear from Todd himself, like, oh no, it's going to be 60 frames per second. It's going to have both fidelity and performance mode. Thank you very much. Because we all know how I feel about 30 frames.
Yes.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. We know.
Yeah.
Your favorite game, Gotham Knights, is the best. Okay, Karen.
Yeah, you're not going to let that fucking go.
Oh.
No, don't worry.
Oh, man, you don't even know.
Bushido feels the same way, but he says the story's more bland. So at least he's just grabbing about the story, not the frames.
Well, I kind of agree.
If you gave me time, I probably would.
I don't think the second deep dive is going to be. I don't think it's going to be 15 minutes. I think they may go maybe twice as long, maybe 30. Maybe get some more aspects from Will Shen, Ashley Chang, and the rest of the team at Bethesda. But that's mainly what I'm thinking. Story and characters, which is what Bethesda is known for, as well as how expansive the world can be, but they already touched upon that briefly. So that's what I think they're going to do for the second deep dive.
Bushido,
Maybe
what
do
you think is going to happen versus what do you want to see in this expanded look into a Starfield field?
I'm gonna have to go with Assassin. I need to know that we are not going to be stuck in 30 frames. I need that. I don't want that. I need that. I need you to tell me there's going to be performance mode and quality mode. And if anybody wants to use those other modes, they're free to do so, but not me. I just want nothing but 60 frames at the very lowest. That's it. I just can't play it any other way, man. I would like to see Mac raised a good point. I would like to know if I could walk around inside the ship. It's not that big a deal, but it is. Like, I would like to know. You know what I mean? Can I? Are we stuck to just like? I don't think so. Because the way, I don't know. Because you see a trailer and you assume that's how it's gonna be, and then it's not. So I don't know. But I hope it is, because the game will be so much more expansive if there are things I could do in the ship, as opposed to just getting in and out of it. But if not, it's not that big a deal. But I would like to get a more of an understanding of the of that and the combat system, not for first person, but for the aerial combat.
I'll do you one better, Bushido. You and Red both want to know, can you walk around the ship when you're in space? I'm gonna go one step further. Can you go outside in space, and can you fight in space?
No,
that's actually a really cool idea too. Though I like that.
Well, they did say, okay, so no, they said no, they're not gonna. You can only be outside the planet, like the outer sphere of it, like so the atmosphere of the planet. So there's no like when you're traveling back and forth, there's no getting out your thing or nothing like that. So in all reality, I don't really think it's really. It sucks that you think about it, but what's the point of even being? Yeah, I still want to be in my ship. Okay, I still want to be able to walk around on my ship when I'm outside the planet, not landed. I still hope they have that, but I don't think they'll be fighting. I don't think we're gonna get a fight scene with shooting with our ship. I don't think we're ever gonna get that with that game. But maybe with the possibility of maybe walk, like you said, Assassin, maybe getting out of the ship and be able to float around. Kind of like
float around,
only a certain far a distance. Well, yeah, maybe a distance from your ship. I don't think they're gonna let you float from the top of your ship to the ground in your spacesuit.
No.
Right? No, they're not gonna do nothing like that.
Yeah, we have seen combat in Zero G. It didn't look like your ship. It looked like a derelict ship or something like that. Something that's sort of floating out there in space. I don't think that you're gonna be able to float outside of your ship in outer space. I don't think that. And I don't think that you're going to be able to chill inside of your ship while you're going at warp speed. That's not what I'm talking about. Todd Howard did say that Vasco can fly your ship. Whatever that means, that probably means that whenever you get up out of your seat, Vasco is plugged in like Edie from Mass Effect.
Wow. Yeah, like something like an autopilot kind of.
Exactly. Exactly. And because that would just make sure that the game's like, well, we're just floating around here. And I could see like if an enemy decides to attack you, it would be like a little alarm is going off and everything's flashing red and you got to jump back into the cockpit.
Yeah.
But we have seen Zero G fighting, which is really cool. So
there is Zero G. See, I don't remember there being. Oh yeah, when he jumped over and he shoot. Okay, yeah, I do. Okay, I remember that.
Well, so there's a quick shot. I've watched this gameplay, guys, like 1,000 fucking times, and at like 20.25.
You better hope this game's good, because you'll be wasting a lot of your time.
I know. I'm just gonna quit the podcast, shut it all down.
Just bury your fucking 8-foot grave right now. There you go. Fuck it.
Yes, but there's a quick shot of you and an enemy. And you're both just floating inside of what looks like a ship, and you're shooting at each other, and you're just floating.
Yeah, but that might be one of those. That might be one of those like I'm not gonna say cinematic things, but like you get put in a situation, like you get to a cinematics, and then you get put in that situation, and then you kill the guy, and then it goes back to you being on the ground kind of situation. I hope it ain't nothing like that. You ever see those games? Evil West did a lot of that.
I know what you meant.
Evil West did a lot of that, where you know what I'm talking about, where you do a scene and it makes you slide down a whole building, and then you get to the bottom, you kill the guy, and then it goes into another cut scene afterwards, and you got to do. It's just stupid. But
I think the reason that probably isn't the case is just because BGS is not known for their cinematics. They're just like, here you go, here's your thing. I mean, but I hear you.
Yeah, I want to say, okay, so I'm going to put my 2 cents into it. I think the show is going to be a little bit longer than 30 minutes. I don't think it's going to be 30 minutes. Doesn't seem, for a game this big, doesn't seem enough to me.
Yeah.
You think about it. So they're going to have, like, are they going to have a skill base, right? Like where you pick what you level up, right? They're going to have that every fucking game every game. Got to stop saying the F word because we're on YouTube. Every game they've ever made has some type of like leveling system. So they got that. They got the armor. They got what we're going to be able to equip. They could show that customization before the game. I know they showed a little bit of that because clearly they did all them glimpses of all the characters. I think they're going to show a little bit more into that and all that. They're gonna probably show some map stuff. They're gonna show more details. They're gonna announce the 60 frames. If they don't, this world Xbox is gonna be burnt like hell on Sunday on a fucking Twitter. If you hear that shit, if that does not announce a 60 frame thing on that direct, it's gonna be a burn fest completely, because there's no way that game can run at 30 frames and be okay. It just can't. That game it's a AAA game. It's not a fucking AA game, and it doesn't work that way with a game like
the
that.
cinematic flair.
Well, yeah, whatever. The Cinemax could be whatever frame they could be. It's just a Cinemax. I don't care. Movies are at 25 frames, 24 frames in the movie theater, so it's not like it's
a movie is different from a game, though.
Yeah, that's why I say Cinemax. That's why I say Cinemax.
Yeah.
That's what the Cinemax is, like a movie. So.
Cinemax?
Yes, Cinemax. Cinnamon.
Cinemax.
Like the
Cinnamon.
channel?
No, Cinemax. Cinnamons. Anyway, I just think 45 minutes to an hour is where we're go with. I just think they're gonna do it. This is a deep dive. This is their biggest game of the year. They have to have as much, but people got to get as interested in this game as possible. You know, you got to get people that don't have Game Pass to buy this. You have to get people that got Game Pass to sub even
give
longer.
a reason to get Game Pass. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get people that want to. How many people are canceling their Game Pass right now? Not that I'm saying that I love Game Pass. I like every game. They always have at least one game a month. They add to that. It doesn't matter, out of the 7 games, somehow there's always one game that I want to play. This month we have a game coming on the 19th to the 20th. I mean, there's Game Pass is fine, but that's what they gotta do. They gotta sell that. They gotta sell this Starfield to be able to keep Game Pass, people wanting to buy Game Pass. How many PlayStation guys are gonna play Starfield? You know what I'm saying? How many Nintendo guys are gonna buy an Xbox just to play Starfield? Or even if they could buy a PC, they'd be crazy unless they own one. But people are gonna buy a console just to play this game because it's notorious. It's Bethesda. People that love Skyrim are gonna buy an Xbox just to play this game because it's what it is, you know.
I bought my PlayStation 4 for No Man's Sky because, I can't remember what podcast I was on recently. It might have been here. It might have been Lorefield. Shout out to the Lorefield guys. Their show is up right now. You can check that out on Lorefield.YouTube/YouTube/Lorefield. I am so tired. But I was talking about what the fuck was that? What the fuck was I gonna say? What did you just say? Oh, this is good. This is good content.
About the deep dive and just having a deep dive in general, just of it.
Yeah. Game Pass. Thank you.
Yeah.
Me. I did it. I found myself. Yes. So
you confused me, so don't worry.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize, everyone watching, listening. I am a psychopath. Game Pass is not, because I remember I know that we did talk about Zelda versus Starfield and the window, and if they're going to launch on top of each other. The thing is if you own an Xbox, chances are you already have Game Pass. So you are going to be playing Starfield, or at least trying Starfield out, if you're not going to dive deep into it. But Starfield is not the kind of game that you jump into, beat, and then you're done with it. It's the same thing with Elder Scrolls and Fallout and all those games. You are going to be playing those games forever. Whether you put it down for a week or a month or a year, you're going to come back to it. That is what Bethesda does so well. So, yeah, if someone says, should I buy a PlayStation 5 for Final Fantasy 16? Probably not. And that's not because I'm biased. It's because you're going to beat Final Fantasy 16 and it's going to be done. It's going to be over. There are games that you can come back
200 hours, but that's about it. You're right.
Yeah. So I mean, even if like you wanted to do things differently, I can't tell you how many times, like just Bethesda games in general, it's just what they do. Their games live. They get so immortalized, just even on the vanilla level, just the way that the games come out, they're so replayable. And then you have modders on top of that. Of course, right? That's the big discussion, is that modders keep their games alive. Well, now that mods are accessible on console, or at least that seems to be their plan, Starfield's going to be alive for the next 10 years. And Todd Howard even said as much. So that's where I stand when it comes to Starfield being so important, being the flagship title, the new flagship title, or as I say, the Starship title for Xbox moving forward. It's really, really important. It has to hit. It has to take its time. And if it means that they delayed the game because of the backlash with the 60 frames, so be it. Everyone should have the choice. Me and Assassin go back. We don't go back and forth. I agree with Assassin on this. I actually prefer 30 frames, depending on what perspective the game is in. If it's in third person, I actually prefer 30 frames, just because it does feel more.
What you're looking at.
Right.
Once you
But
get to
first
see
person,
the difference in 60 frames as opposed to 30, you get to really notice what it is. You will never unsee it ever again.
yeah. And I do prefer 60 in first person games just because you kind of need it. You have to have it. Especially in competitive multiplayer games, even if it's in 30 frames. You need to have 60 frames, and I do agree. But I think that people who, like Assassin said, people should have the option, and it'd be bullshit for Bethesda to say, "Sorry, this is just what it is. It's coming out in November, and it's locked at 30 frames. We'll come out with a performance boost later on." People are like, "Are you kidding me?" No, I totally agree. So if that was the big push, it needs to be the absolute best that it can be. So that's where I stand on it. Xbox Game Pass is going to be defined by titles like this, so they have to nail it. It's really important.
That's what I said. You got to show as much as possible. You got to the 30 minutes. I mean, if it's 30 minutes, that means they're really going to just fly through everything. So they're just going to show they're going to show as much as possible in 30 minutes, quick. Here's a glimpse at here's a frame, and then they swap over. So now we're going to have to somebody's going to have to do slow motion mode and deep dive for 2 hours just to figure out what's what, because it's just going to be there's going to be so much going on if they're going to push it within 30 minutes. That's why I believe it's going to be a little longer than even this one, because it's just you gotta push this game out to be the best game it is. You got to show everybody what's the reason to buy Starfield, what's the reason to buy Game Pass, what's the reason to buy an Xbox or play it on your PC. What is the reason for that? And that is where I believe they push it. Yes, everybody knows we're going to get, I think, like I said, Redfall. We're probably going to get 15 to 20 minutes of Redfall on the 25th. I'm almost guaranteed we get at least 15 minutes. They're going to show as much as they can. We've already seen gameplay, but we're going to actually see real gameplay, in-person gameplay, slow. We're not going to get those little, he's going to walk up and pull his little freaking magic trick out of his hand and then it just glimpses over to another guy. No, we're going to see that person do it and then try to kill that thing on top of it. That's what we're going to see. That's what I think Bethesda needs to, or the Starfield needs to do. They need to do more with that with Starfield in that little direct. Show us what happens after you kill this guy. When I walk over to this guy and I look through his body, let me see how that works. Show me how your backpack system works and what you carry. Show me stuff like that. Show me your skills. Show me more than just a sawed-off shotgun that they had in there. Show me more. Show me as much as you can, because clearly everybody here is going to play that game, right? But there might be some guy that's on the bubble somewhere and going, you know what, I don't know, man, it doesn't look what I want it to be. They're not showing me enough. Just that one guy, and then he doesn't play it. Yeah, that one guy though is $15 or he's $60 or whatever, $70 I think is what it's going to be now. So $15 or $70. I know it's only one person, but think about how many people actually feel that way about this game. 20, 30, a million. I mean, it's a lot of money. So you gotta push it. You gotta push it. So that's just my thought. I know I put a little bit more into it than everybody else. Sorry.
I thought that was eloquently said, stated.
Yeah, I think business. See, the thing is, I always think of a business standpoint of view of why they do this and what they need to do to make money. Listen, I understand Xbox is for us. Yes, they are 100% consumer friendly. But at the end of the day, if they're not making money, they're probably not making as much as we think they are, but they're still making billions of dollars. And at the end of the day, billions of dollars is a lot more than most companies make. I mean,
guys.
Assassin.
Yeah.
Something happened? Oh God, something happened.
He's clicking. I heard the click.
Did you poop? Did you poop again? Remember I told you fold hand over hand like this.
Everybody okay?
Yeah, are you okay?
Are you okay? What's going on? All right.
Alrighty then.
Cool. Okay, so there's Starfield.
That was weird.
I don't know. I think he might be. Oh,
and now he's dead.
Okay. Yep.
Wow. All together, right?
There was an asteroid that hit his house. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, we're talking about Starfield.
We need a fourth panel member now. Sorry.
No, it's over. Yeah.
Oh God, you guys! All I heard was Matt go what, and then all of a sudden I couldn't hear any of you. I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
Perfect.
You said guys, and then you stopped, and then it was just straight. See, this is what happens when you get malfunctions during a podcast. We're gonna add this
Yeah.
in just to show how stupid it can be sometimes. That's
Oh,
Yes,
nothing's
please.
getting cut. Nothing's gonna cut. And again,
The
for the people
uncut
watching
and
and
raw
listening,
edition.
I do apologize. I am not myself tonight. I am so out of it.
Thank
you know.
God.
So we're off to a good start.
Wow.
I've been so.
See how he
I just got
kept
that.
He just.
yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Anyway, fuck you. All right, so
See why he doesn't like me, assassin.
Does anyone eat shit? I love you. Like I'll start out with eat shit, and then I like how earlier, Mac, you were like, I'm just trying not to fucking cuss, and then you're like, you know what, this fucking bullshit about this crap.
Welcome to me be pissed off about
Yeah.
stuff.
No, it's great. I love it. So any thoughts about Starfield? Because I could go on. I could do a whole show about Starfield.
That's. I mean, what about the rumored commercial for the Super Bowl?
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going to go into. So Assassin, please take it away. Are you here?
Yes, I'm
Good.
Here. I'm here
Okay.
this time.
All right. So take us
Take
through
back
this
the
journey.
asteroid that hit his house.
Hold our
Sorry.
hands each individually. If you can't hold all of our hands at once, then we'll hold your hand we'll hold you. And you take us through. We'll carry you. We'll coddle you.
Oh yeah, we'll just sing Kumbaya.
Well, all I know is I'm not
Kumbaya,
Dorothy.
my
I'll
son.
be the lion from Wizard of Oz. You guys can pick the rest. I'm not being the woman though.
Is there a
What's the
lion?
Wizard of
Oh,
Oz?
what?
Because
Oh my
they
God,
all held
Assassin, I'm
hands
gonna
and went down
come
the
through
yellow
the
brick
screen.
road.
Did you just ask what the Wizard of Oz is?
What did you
Yeah,
really just?
I'm
Oh my! Oh,
kidding. I've seen the movie. I'm kidding.
I was about.
I was gonna say.
Yo, his family kept him under the basement, man. They locked the door.
Under the basement.
Yeah, they put him under the basement in the dirt.
He was literally Harry Potter. Okay, so
Yeah, it
Please
wasn't the
wonder if he
cupboard,
likes
it was
the game
fucking
so much.
closet.
yes, please take us through this. The where this came from, where it will come. Just go.
That's what she said.
Okay, so a couple of days ago, before we were recording this video, there was I'm not gonna. He's a leaker, but he's also a YouTuber, which it's kind of got everybody taking this with a grain of salt. But basically, a Spanish leaker by the name of Extus, or EXT1S. That's how he spells it. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's just how it is. He said that Xbox has something for the Super Bowl. Something like just a normal 30-second ad, which a lot of people did point out. An ad, I didn't know this. An ad, how much to pay for a Super Bowl ad? It's about $6 million for a
6 mil
30-second
now.
ad.
Yeah, it's $6 million. It used to be $1 million.
Yep.
When Tom Brady and the Patriots played the Giants. I remember reading up on this.
I remember that.
And
Yep.
it's 600%
Yes.
is went up because of the revenue that
Interesting.
comes in for that. Like, it's crazy how much they have to pay for commercial ads for a Super Bowl for an American sport. Let me make sure we clarify that for anybody that's outside of the States. The NFL. So
Yes, so basically, he said that Microsoft, Xbox, they have something for the Super Bowl, and given how much money that they are potentially spending on a 30-second ad, it's got a lot of people wondering, well, what could they show? What could be so big that Microsoft would take time away from the Super Bowl to show 150 million plus people?
30
Two things
seconds
came up.
though.
Game Pass or Starfield?
It's a game
It's
pass.
one of the two. It's one of the
what
two.
if it's
Or both.
Or
Thanks.
both.
Thank you. Yeah.
Or
what if
both,
they-
Could be.
yeah.
Could be. Could be.
I'm gonna say, like, okay, what if they do the? Oh God, pray to God they don't pull the VGA moments and only do an ad. I think they're gonna show Starfield, talk about it. Well, that's why I believe it's hard to believe that we're gonna get the direct before the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is on the 11th of February, I think it is. It's the second
12th.
Sunday, the 12th. It's the second Sunday of the month. Yeah, it's the 12th. Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what it was. They always. They always do the Super Bowl. They used to do the Super Bowl the first, but where they extended the season, now it's the second week of the Sunday. We're not going to get the direct before then. Clearly, I would be very surprised if we could get the direct within 2 weeks of this other one. That'd be crazy. But I don't think we're going to get that Starfield direct before the Super Bowl. So we
When
might
is the
get
Super Bowl? Sorry.
February
12th. February 12th. So the chances of it happening is slim for them to actually have the direct beforehand for Starfield. So I think it's what they're going to do is they're going to show Game Pass. They're going to show Starfield at the end of it, and then they're gonna be like, kind of like, and then they're gonna show like kind of like Hellblade or whatever they're gonna show, all the Game Pass games that are coming this year, and then they might kind of direct it to be, oh, we're gonna have a showing kind of February, I don't know, we'll say February 23rd. I don't know what date we can actually pick, but something like that, at the end of February or early March. So something like that.
Go ahead, Sass. I'm sorry.
No, I was just coughing. You go ahead.
Oh, are you okay? Did you get all out?
Yeah.
Good. I was just gonna say just remember that this isn't catering to any gamer. This is a marketing ad. So since this is coming out after the direct, it would actually make sense to me if the ad is a 30-second ad, that it would be a compilation and just sort of like a quick cut, boom, 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 boom. Here are all these games because they just got shown. So there is no, oh, here's the games you heard about, but we never saw them. Well, they just showed them. So now here is a 30-second ad showing possibly Avowed or State of Decay, and then the things that we know about, Redfall, Forza, and everything that we see at the direct, and it's going boom, 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 Game Pass. Because you're trying to pull in new customers all the time. That's just how marketing is. You're not saying, hey, remember? Hey, remember? You've been here the whole time. Stay with us. You're going to see Game Pass because you're on Game Pass, right? So you're trying to draw in more customers. So I think that if this ad is, I just can't imagine this ad being Starfield, or just a new event, and because people watching the Super Bowl are going to be like, what? I don't, what is that? But if Starfield were to get shown before that, maybe, but even then, it's just, I don't know, it's way too soon. So that's what I think. I think it is going to be a quick cut splice of all the games coming to Game Pass from Xbox after the direct, because it's already been shown. So the people are like, look at all these games coming, and it's only $15 a month or whatever. Isn't that what Ultimate it is? $16 a month?
No, 15.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I think. Assassin, you go.
I'm just going to emphasize this for the international audience that may be listening, from the UK, Australia, wherever they may be. The Super Bowl here, like I said earlier, attracts anywhere between 125 million to 150 million American viewers, across the country. This is kind of its own national holiday. That's how big the Super Bowl is. If Microsoft has something to show at the Super Bowl, they got to be extremely careful what they show. They have to find a way to not only appease the hardcore audience, but also attract new people. I do agree with Red and Mac. They're going to show Game Pass. That is the pillar of Xbox this generation. They are not going to just throw it out the window and just forget about it. There's no way. They've been doing this for 6 years, so that is going to be one of the main factors of this ad, if it is there, if Microsoft is there. Game Pass for the casuals, Starfield, Forza, Redfall for the hardcore, and then I'm just throwing this out there. What better way to draw in the casuals than to put not Series X, but Series S, and then put the actual price for all the parents and the grandparents looking out there.
Maybe like a code or something like that, like buy on the Microsoft store and put NFL Super Bowl, like Super Bowl
Yes.
whatever, 53
Yes.
or what is it, 57 or something like that. I think it is now. So
That way,
Yes.
little Timmy and little Jimmy and little Susie's mom doesn't get confused at which Series
Susie,
S.
damn it.
Yep, and I'm not going to say that they'll do this, but just to make it easier, maybe for the parents, maybe have like a tagline at the bottom, because they're going to show this ad more than once, maybe 3, 4, maybe even 5 times. Maybe at the bottom under their first party just say Xbox exclusive at the very bottom in clear print. That way, if the kids are excited for those games, they know they have to get that console. They have to get the Xbox and not a PlayStation.
And get on the cheaper console
maybe.
with the Series S and everything. Doesn't cost a whole lot more.
Yes.
Yeah. So Bushido, where are you at with that?
With what?
Just life. How are you right now? Are you feeling okay?
No, I'm all right.
Oh, that's good. All right. So, what do you think as far as the ad itself? Do you think it's going to be a compilation? Do you think it's going to be just Game Pass in general? I mean, wouldn't it behoove them to just show everything in a big old compilation, 30-second compilation of what they just had at the Direct?
I would suspect that they will do. I think it's going to be about Starfield.
Oh.
That's just just my assumption. I think it's going to be about Starfield. It would be something if it was about anything else besides Game Pass, but those are the two that I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be Starfield or it's going to be Game Pass. But I do think that the biggest thing would be Starfield, though. I would do Starfield. I mean, easily.
Okay, my God, that's very. And Mac, did you go already?
Yes, I did. I just said
Okay,
they'll
I'm so
probably
sorry.
do a dual thing with it with Starfield and
Right.
an ad. I think they'll have the same thing because
Okay.
I think they pay up for. I don't know if it's 30 seconds or 45 seconds for an ad. I know there's a certain limit when you pay.
30 seconds, yeah, but I don't know.
I'm sure if you're
now.
paying $6 million, I'm sure it might be a little bit more. So
I don't know.
imagine pulling $6 million for a 30-second ad. If that was the case, my wife would really love me more. I mean,
At all? I'm
yeah.
kidding.
As long as I had the money, she wouldn't care for 30 seconds. But that's all. I don't know. I agree though. If they're, it's going to be driven to Starfield. Like there's going to be a game. I mean, clearly you have to put Game Pass in it if they show Starfield. It's not going to be like they might have it at the bottom of in Game Pass day one or something. But that's, I don't know. It's just, it could be anything. Hopefully it's something though. The more the better. Marketing. It's key.
Marketing is fun. Man, that's all I've been doing. Actually, today, the reason I'm tired today is because of that. I just fucking networking is I'm not gonna slam my desk because it's gonna pop up the UI on my computer. And anyway, any other thoughts about that? Because
your porn's gonna pop up.
yeah, again.
Yeah.
Please,
No.
not again.
Oh, I don't know. What
Don't
you
look
mean,
up Antonio
Cool.
Brown's Snapchat. That will really get you.
Antonio's Brown. Oh, downtown. Okay, well, cool. Let's just go ahead and move on. I actually want to put these two topics together because they're both rumors, and I think that it would be a much better conversation just to throw them in there together. And yes, I'm talking about Scalebound and
I like that.
Quantum Break.
I had
Scalebound
Macbound.
and Quantum Break.
I had Macbound before Scalebound was ever announced. I don't care. I've had it for over 10 years.
The Mac came before the
Just for him to be
Scales.
able to put that together like that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said okay. So you said Scalebound and Quantum Break both being rumored.
Yes, because everyone knows about this. We talked about this last week about Scalebound, and my interest in it was just because we didn't have Monster Hunter. It was the closest thing that we had. It was like Monster Hunter mixed with Devil May Cry, and I was like, that's. But now I don't. It's not that I don't have an interest in it. It's just that it's how much different is it going to be? So there's that with Scalebound, and then with Quantum Break, that game is so underrated. I mean, it's crazy to me that people didn't push. I mean, the game, and Assassin, you help me out because I'm going to go with you first. This is ridiculous to think that they didn't. Okay, I know that the sales weren't what they wanted it to be, but again, what was the marketing like back then? Was Game Pass even a thing when Quantum Break?
It was actually pretty big
No, it
then.
was not.
Right. I mean,
Quantum Break was a big deal, but Game Pass didn't come until 2017, a
2017.
year and 3 months after Quantum Break.
Okay. So I just want to ask everyone, and I'll go with you first, Assassin. Whenever it comes to a big budget, great cast, they made a show within the game. Like, the game was amazing. I loved it. I loved it so much. And of course, it's made by Remedy, the beloved studio that made Alan Wake and Control.
Control.
Control was great. It was different, but you could just feel the Remedy, and I love that with studios where you can feel like you feel home. Like when you love a
DNA.
studio,
Yeah.
right? You're like, I can feel the DNA flowing through my balls. Like you can just feel it. So this, there was an article. Well, it wasn't an article. Somebody brought it back up from years ago. And Assassin, you can help me, I'm sure, because you're the Wikipedia boy. that the developer or the director of the game said that they already planned on making a sequel or something along those lines. And this happened years ago, right? So, and we'll talk about Scalebound. I just wanted to put these two in together because they're both rumors. So let's just go ahead and get Quantum Break out of the way because Scalebound will be much quicker. So Assassin, do you know what I'm talking about? The director talking about that they already were confident in a season 2 or Quantum Break 2, because it, do you know what I'm talking about? I don't want to throw you into a poo storm.
I'm gonna be honest, Red. I didn't see anything similar to that. Are you saying that Sam Lake was the one saying this? Because I'm pretty sure Sam is the studio head.
No, I don't think it was Sam Lake. Somebody's gonna kill me. But it could have been. I don't think it was.
Are you thinking about Alan Wake?
No,
because Alan Wake and Controller are inside the same universe.
Yeah, a lot of people thought Quantum Break was, but no, it's its own separate thing.
No, if somebody can try to just look for it real quick, that'd be helpful. But while you do that, someone said that's part of the team of Quantum Break that they already had plans to make Quantum Break 2, and this was like either shortly before launch or shortly after launch that they were just because it did pretty well, and then we never saw anything. And that was when did that game come out?
2016.
20. That's 8 years.
7 years ago.
I
Almost
can't do
7
math.
years.
Feel like it though. Feel like it's longer than that.
So it just goes to show all the internal shifting is always going to be a thing, and this is the thing as gamers that we always it sucks, man. It sucks. Half-Life 3 is like the biggest, like, for as popular as Half-Life 2 was, and for as much as people want Half-Life 3, the dude came out and said of Half-Life, what's his name? Not Joel. Oh God, Steam.
Gabe
Newson, not Lawson.
Gabe Newell.
Gabe Newell. I was close. He came out and said, because the hype is so insurmountable, it's so epic, there is no way that we're going to meet expectations. So it's your fault, gamers. We are never going to come out because we can't meet your expectations. And I kind of understand that. But this is not Half-Life 3. These are games that did so well. And the thing, like, I get the shittiness when it comes to what happened with Platinum Games, like Mac talked about last week, with so much shittiness that happened where they took the money and they put it elsewhere when they were supposed to be working on Scalebound. They took the money and they put it somewhere else, and Microsoft is like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh." And then the game got canceled. So, oops, I just hit my thing again. It's fine. So I don't know. I don't want to keep rambling on. Assassin, go.
Okay, so for those of you who are not on Twitter or are not aware as to why Quantum Break is being brought up this week, it's because I'm pretty sure that he was the one that started it, but Jess Corden, he tweeted out the simple tweets. And I'm not going to say word for word because I'm not going to go through the time and look for it, but he said something similar to, "I want a new Quantum Break." That tweet got the attention of Sean Ashmore, who played Jack Joyce, the main character of Quantum Break.
Nice man.
And he retweeted Jess's tweet and said, "I'm in." And because of that, it kind of snowballed into a massive campaign on Twitter the past couple days, trying to get Microsoft and Remedy's attention to, talk about a sequel.
I don't want a sequel unless Remedy does it.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep. And to be fair, you guys joke that I'm the Wikipedia, but I'm actually on Wikipedia because despite what a lot of people say, Wikipedia does make you cite your sources when adding new information. And I think I know what Red may be talking about here. It says, Remedy's CEO, Taro Vertala, said that a sequel to the game is pending approval from Microsoft, who owns the IP. That may be, I think, what you may be referring to, Red, if I'm not mistaken. But
go ahead. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not going to find out who said that at any point.
It's probably not
I
real. I'm
can't
probably
find
lying.
No. But I would like to see Quantum Break come back. It was an interesting IP. It's made by a talented developer. Aaron Greenberg said in 2016 that it sold very well, but like every movie, not every game needs a sequel, and sometimes that's okay. However, in this case, I'm pretty sure the fan demand is kind of saying, no, it's not okay this time. Can you please
not
give
this
us a
time
sequel
around.
instead? No. Not every game needs a sequel. Yes, that's true, but Quantum Break absolutely deserves one. It had a good story, it had a good cast. I think what drove a lot of people away was the TV aspect of the game, where it made you watch like a 20-minute episode every act or so.
I
Correct
don't
me if I'm
know.
wrong.
Right.
I couldn't put my finger on it, man. Why people didn't?
Yeah.
I can say why I didn't. It just didn't appeal to me at first. I thought it looked lame, and then after I played it, I learned my lesson.
Yeah, at the time it says right here. It also says during Xbox's presentation at Gamescom 2014, Microsoft Studios, which was what Xbox was called back then, had reported that Quantum Break was slated to be one of Xbox's new flagship franchises, placing it alongside Gears of War and Halo in terms of importance. With that being said,
that
given the
is
fan
it.
demand,
That was
given,
it.
and to be fair, not only Sean Ashmore said that he was in on making a sequel, but Sam Lake himself, one of the top developers at Remedy, also chimed in and just hearted what Sean said. So there is at least some interest from Remedy that they want to do it, but Microsoft has to give the okay because they own the IP. So what I want to know is, Microsoft, you have fans asking for a sequel. The developer is obviously okay with making it, and we assumed before that Remedy and Microsoft were in bad blood for some reason. I don't remember why.
Yeah, I don't think they're in bad blood, but okay.
Yeah.
And
Well,
something about Control on Game Pass
thank
or
you.
something.
That's what I was
don't
about
know.
to say. Yeah, it was.
Remember that.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Control was still up for sale, Control was said by Phil Spencer that it was going to be on Game Pass soon, and then they came out and said no, it's not. Remedy said no, it's not, and they feel as though it lost some sales because of that. I'm not sure, and you can't prove it either, but that is that would hurt your sales, though. I will admit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, okay,
that sucks.
All I'm saying is, for Quantum Break, you have fans asking for it. The developers seem to be, interested in it. One of the actors, who is a very talented and famous actor, by the way, Sean Ashmore, you said earlier, X-Men, Iceman, in the X-Men movies. He's
And
done
in The Boys, by the way. He was a fireman in that.
The Man of Medan as well, the Dark
Yes.
Pictures series.
Yes.
Yes, he's very talented. He's very interested in making a sequel, even 7 years later. So I'm wondering, is
he's
Microsoft,
67 years old and he's still willing to do things.
Like, what are you doing? I mean, if you look at Xbox's lineup during the Xbox One era, a lot of people say, well, I want a third-person action over-the-shoulder adventure game like Sony has. I'm like, Quantum Break is right there. Like, come on.
And
You
it's
want
on
a
Game Pass.
Sony-type game on Xbox? Greenlight a sequel, please.
Yeah. It's fucking shitty. Smackbound.
What's up?
What do you think about
Quantum
Sean
Break.
Bean?
Quantum Break? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a must. It's a must. It's my third favorite game of that generation. So
Oh,
it definitely speaks volume for me. So I think it's unbelievable. And for the time frame,
Volume.
it just shows that, man, the game was just beautiful. And I wish they would just get that. If the main actor is willing to do it, you got your fans, make it happen. It's make it happen. It's like everybody knows.
It was number 2 on trending, by the way. Sorry to interrupt, Mac, but it was number 2 on trending on Twitter for 12 hours straight. You're not going to convince me that people are not wanting a sequel. No.
Yes, it definitely needs to happen. I mean, clearly we know that if you think of video games, 4 years or more, it takes 4 years to make a game minimum. For a big game like that. Now it ain't like it's like an indie game where it might take like 3 years, but 4 years. I would say 5, yes, but I'm talking if I just say 4 for
Smaller scale or
smaller scale games.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, okay.
But something that's very long, that's big and stuff. The games, I mean, it is. But I mean, they really work towards it. 4 years can be their minimum of where they go. We're talking about Xbox and their studios, so probably 10 years. And so like yes, 100%. And the scalebound situation that we kind of only went with one topic. I'm very iffy about it. They need to have a person head up, higher up, supervisor, whatever you want to call it, somebody that can speak, 2 languages and stuff, can go over there, work, and make them dudes work, because they don't need to be working on Bayonetta 9 or whatever the hell they're going to be playing on. So that's the only way I approve of that. Outside of that, yes, I definitely would like it. Love the game. The game looked amazing back in 2015 when they showed it, or 16. It's been fucking forever. Excuse me, forever. I'll say the F word again. Don't worry. Just give it time. So yeah, Scalebound 100%. Quantum Break to 100%. Sorry, I wasn't here. My driver for my food was having a problem, and she went to the wrong house. So that's why I walked away. Good. But 100%. So if anything got repeated, I do apologize. But yes, and then Scalebound's also co-op. Just want to put that on. So if you can get a co-op Scalebound with it again, so pretty much like, listen, Bushido, you suck.
I'm just saying,
there you go.
I just want the game to be done right first, and I want no obstacles for it to not be 60 frames. You know what I mean?
Well, as long as they don't have tethering, they're fine. I think if you take tethering away, you make sure you just stay. That's a mission-based game. It looked like it ain't no open world like where you run around and think. So it's a little. I think it would be a little bit easier to do co-op and something like that than it would be into like the Gotham Knights for your guys' favorite game ever. Something like that, with the tethering and stuff like that. So I'd rather take 60 frame and give me a tether where I have to be within feet of somebody than have it open world. Exactly. That's just my opinion. That's coming from somebody that liked Gotham Knights. And if you played Gotham Knights, you're a distance from each other most of the time if you want to be, but it wasn't needed. You didn't have to have it like that. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, good. Lots of things were said. Oh.
Yep. Oh, sorry. I just want to say I'm on the Xbox store right now. I'm going on Quantum Break on the reviews. Just to put it out there for everyone. Quantum Break, in terms of reviews, is sitting at a 4.2 out of 5 on the Xbox store. Only 4% have given it a 1 or a 3. No one gave it a 2%, and 96% of reviews are a 4 or a 5, and that's 27,000 reviews.
Yeah, baby.
Anybody that gave it a 1 is either they're just trying to hate for some reason, or they suck at video games.
They play with their controller like this. They can't fucking win.
I got an interesting story about Quantum Break. So I started playing it in the beginning when it was on Game Pass, when it first got on Game Pass, and I stopped playing halfway through. Don't ask me why. I think another game came up, but last year I decided to finish some games I didn't finish, and that was one of them, right? So I go back to play it.
Deleted your data, didn't it?
No. Everything was still there. The thing was, the game just was fantastic. Oh. And then by the time I was finished, I was like, is there like some DLC or like?
Yep, is there like? That was it. That was it.
Yeah, it just was really freaking good, and I didn't really feel it in the beginning, but now it's like, wow, all that wasted time. You could have been playing this game. You could have been bigging this game up, but now you just sat here and you done talk trash about the game all these years. Ugh, the game is fantastic. I would love a sequel.
So I did have a problem with Quantum Break when it came out, though. It was crazy because this like back in the day when we had Snap on the Xbox. I owned the first Xbox One, and stuff, so because that was around the time it came out. I ended up getting to Act 4 in the game, and it deleted my save data because of the cloud save was messed up then. I had to replay through the first 3 acts and almost half of Act 4 before I can actually get back to where I was at. So that was the only problem that I had with that whole game. But there was stuff that I needed to do anyway, like, you know, get some more kills with guns and stuff. And this was a time frame of me really looking for achievements.
That was the other thing too. I did. I made sure I got all my as many achievements as I could. Too,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was the only problem that I did have with Quantum Break, though, was that it deleted my game, and I was pissed about it. I actually took a hiatus of like a week of not playing it because I was pissed. But I mean, I put at least 10 hours into the game. I mean, I have the right to be a little irritated, but I would have had to do it anyway, so it was fine. So it was just more me being pissed off because I wanted to see the ending of the game without looking through a walkthrough or a YouTube video at the time, you know. So but yeah, Quantum Break 2, and Scalebound, get it fucking done. Get it done. It's
done. You hear me, Remedy? Oh, they hear us.
Hypothetical for you. E3 2025, and I'm just going to put it out there because it may take a couple years if it's true. They announced Quantum Break 2 and Scalebound coming back. How would you feel?
I would cry. So it would be, actually, I think they would announce 2024 Scalebound. I don't think they would wait that long to announce it. They might even announce it this year. Yeah, I think they would even announce it this year if they can get the plans done in time. It's a quick fix. You can, but Quantum Break would definitely be 2 years. It would be at least minimum 2 years. Like you said, you don't want to pull out your gun too fast. You know what I'm saying? So if it takes 5 years to make the game, 2 years, and then making people wait 3 years for a single player game, yeah, that's not how you want to do that. Not a game like that.
You mean announcement?
Yeah, they'll announce that they're bringing Scalebound back this year or next year.
In 2 years.
Okay. And then 2 years with Quantum Break. I think that's a little too early. I think it's a little too early. I think 26 would be unless they've been working, unless somehow this Quantum Break Phantom is actually a leak that we didn't know about or nobody figured out, and somebody higher up hasn't really leaked it, but they kind of talked about it, and it's kind of just, you know, trickled down that maybe they might be a year in. But I think you need about 3 years before you announce your games. I think there's no game should be announced until 3 years in. I just don't think you should not talk about your game for the first 3 years. Can you
imagine Quantum Break 2 gets announced in 2016, comes out 2 years after that? That's 4 years. 12 years after its release, and you got old Sean Ashmore. He's like, I remember when I could teleport through time.
I don't think he's old. I think he's still pretty young at age.
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
I just mean in the world of quantum breaking.
Game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that's a long fucking time.
It's from World Entertainment, I think.
No, but Red, if they announce that in 2016 and it comes out in 2028, Quantum Break 2 could actually be a great next gen or the next Xbox launch title, if you think about it.
Xbox Triple X, get your X's in the ducks in a row.
Triple X.
Oh, God.
Xbox Tic Tac Toe, cross the X's. Well, anyway, there's that. Sorry, I had a thing in my mouth. So yeah, that's good. That's good. Any other thoughts on that? Probably not.
Bushido and I didn't give our thoughts on Scalebound. Mac already did, so I'm
sorry. I assumed that.
I thought we were going together. Sorry. That's why when he said it, when he announced, like I said, I walked away, so I didn't know that anybody said nothing about Scalebound. I do apologize.
This is a great.
No, you're good. I don't blame you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I blame him. But anyway, I would love to see another Scalebound, and that's it. That's the tweet.
There it is. Quote, Mr. Bushido, wow. Let's see, what time is it? 7:55, 53 p.m. on 22nd, Tuesday on January 17th. Perfect. Assassin?
Look, I've already said my piece about Scalebound, I think last week in our second episode, but just to reiterate, Scalebound, I mean, if it's being made by Platinum's A team, I'd say go for it, but if it's not, if it's going to be made by their B team, don't even bother. I mean,
yeah,
we all know what happened with Babylon's Fall. We don't need that. We don't need another exclusive like that on the Xbox platform. Please don't.
Don't need the Game Pass. Yep.
Oh no.
Yep. I'd rather it be made by the same team that made Nier Automata, Astral Chain, Bayonetta 3. Say what you will about Platinum, but they make great games. And
that's all we can say. That's the only good thing we can say about them. Am I right?
What was the other game they made? Code Vein, right? Didn't they make Code Vein? What was the other game?
No, that was not Code Vein.
Well,
that was in-house at Bandai Namco.
Bayonetta. Oh yeah. Bayonetta was one of them. What was the other games they made? I can't think of right off. If I'm not.
Vanquish.
Yeah, that game was sick.
Astral Chain and Nier is another one.
Nier is a classic game.
See, okay, yeah, that's right. And then they also played. They made that wonderful 101.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they made Legend of Korra. I'm looking at the games right now. Okay, Legend of Korra, Metal Gear Revengeance, Transformers,
Soul Cresta.
Astro Chain for the Nintendo Switch was very good if you played it. Okay, so they're in that genre of like hack and slash beat 'em up games. Okay, besides
Right.
Legend,
Yeah.
I mean Legend of Korra was a little bit like that, but not super duper hardcore like the other ones. Okay, yeah, I would give them. Oh wow, Arc Rain. I remember that game. That's similar to Astro Chain. Okay, yeah, they can make it. Yeah, they're good games. Definitely was sure. Okay.
Yep.
Garrett.
So if Microsoft could work with a studio like that of that caliber, and we all know Microsoft has had issues getting Japanese exclusives. If they can actually revive Scalebound, get it to 60 frames for people like me and Bushido, maybe, expand upon what the game was supposed to be, for a modern day audience, not like that. Then I think Scalebound could actually be a pretty good, contender for as an Xbox exclusive this generation. I'm not gonna put my eggs in a basket and say that it is coming back, but it certainly would make me happy if it did. I mean, who says that Xbox needs less exclusives besides, the PlayStation ponies?
Well, we're already waiting, so why not wait another fucking 7 years? Am I right?
Maybe.
We need it now.
Yeah, I need it now. It's a controversial. Oh, speaking of controversy, let's just jump right into this because I am about ready to pop. Not in a good way. So, a game that I'm very excited about. I'm a huge DC fan. We just saw some sick gameplay that I cried after, for reasons unrelated to. Suicide Squad apparently has a battle pass, and this came from 4chan, if I'm not mistaken. And wow. Usually we can always take things with a tiny or a very large grain of salt, whichever makes you less scared or cautious. Grain of salt. This was actually a screenshot from. It looked like a dev kit, right? Was it? It looked like a dev kit. It looked like, or sorry, not dev kit. It looked like it was in dev mode, so it was like a developer working on it or something, right? You could see the frames, you could see the draw, you could see all the little things, little technical nerd shit. And this sucks. This sucks, honestly. Okay. On one hand, we're gonna bring this back to Gotham Knights because there's nothing to compare it to because it's literally you have the heroes 4-player co-op. Well, it's not 4-player co-op, by the way. Which
Marvel Avengers.
Oh god, Avengers. Thank you. And then you have Gotham Knights, four players. Didn't need a battle pass. You have your leveled gear, you have your rarity, all this stuff that you can grind to get, and it works beautifully, Bushido. And the thing is, well, I was just letting you know. So
I feel like you just singled me out of the whole squad for some odd reason.
I just want to make sure you understood that it works. It works really well. Assassin, it works really well. By the way,
I'm like Max not paying attention at all. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, no, you're
Yes,
good.
I am.
So
I was like, don't pull me into this shit.
So the issue here is that every time that we see a battle pass, if it's not an established IP for games that we can expect a battle pass with, this is always really concerning because it shows like a lack of, we don't have a good idea. We have to have something sustainable until we can make more money to make more content if it's successful. And this is content that's already made, by the way. So if anyone doesn't understand how battle passes work, this content is done. It's made. It is complete. It is done. It is in the game. You have to actually unlock it. And most of the time, you have to pay for it. Typically, $8 to $10 to pay for a battle pass, and some people are like, oh, it's only $8 to $10. Well, guess what? You're adding another layer of progression that you don't need in a game that it's an RPG, okay? Now, we're not talking about Witcher 3 level of RPG. This is a game where you level up and you get skills and you get gear and you have stats and all that, and people love numbers. So the reason that I take issue with this is it shows that there's going to be grind, right? And that sucks. That kills my soul because I was actually really excited for Avengers. And the story of Avengers, Marvel's Avengers, was really, really good. And the game was beautiful. But I refused to go. I put the game on the easiest difficulty, and I just went straight through the main story and was done with it. All 180 gigs of it. God, that game is it's ridiculous file size. But
Yeah.
But I had a good time with it as far as the main story, and that was it because I refused to go through all that. It's ridiculous. But so if Suicide Squad has the same Marvels, man, because we know what happened, the controversy that came with Marvel's Avengers, and it's like, have game companies learned nothing? People just want to play games together. Stop doing this. So I'm gonna play with Bushido and Mac and Assassin maybe, and I'm gonna say, oh, where'd you get that? And Bushido goes, yeah, I got the Game Pass, bro. And I'm like, oh my god. So I guess I gotta go get it. And that's what they're counting on. I hate the paywall stuff. Mac, go ahead. You're excited. I'm excited for you.
I'm definitely, this is like probably my maybe second or third biggest game this year. I mean, there's some other games that definitely said, but
yeah.
Let me ask you something about that. I don't approve of the battle pass for a game like this. I definitely don't. But would you rather have it be like a DLC, kind of like, oh, in a month from now we'll go ahead and just add a bunch of stuff, but now you got to pay $20.
Yeah.
So
well, the answer is yes, but it depends on quality versus the price, right? So if it's an expansion and it's $20, yes. If they say so, we're gonna move on past the main story, and as long and it's advised that you beat the main story, and it's $20, and it's a whole new section of the city, and now you're doing something else, and we added a new character or two or whatever, and it's $20. Yes, I would much rather them monetize that way with actual content than giving us a paywall. I like the content is already there. Okay, for example, Call of Duty hinges on progression. That is what Call of Duty is. People, they play that game for hours. That's all they will. People, some people sit. They will buy adult diapers and sit there. What the hell is that? Y'all see that? In my back, there's a ghost here. They will. Oh, it's my dog. They will. Oh, it's my dog. Sorry, he's distracting me. People will literally sit in adult diapers and play Call of Duty to grind out those levels, and then there's a battle pass on top of it. Okay, but the thing is that is what that game is. That is what Call of Duty is. You can expect that to be there. And if you're already putting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into a game like that, what's $10 to you? That actually I see as a plus. Like, if I've already spent $60 on this game. What's another $10? I'm loving this game so much. Let me give $10. Yes, this game. These types of games, there should not be battle passes in it. Free-to-play battle royales, sure, I get that. You got Fortnite, you got Warzone, you got Apex Legends, sure. Put your monetization in there for people who are going to put hundreds of hours into it, and then they can support it if they wish. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can still play the game. This is a co-op game. It's made by a beloved studio, by the way. Set in the Arkhamverse. This is set after Arkham Knight. Sorry, I don't want to go on another tangent. That's the word of the day. Tangents.
Yeah.
So, Assassin, have you spoken?
No, but
Says
I'll let
like,
Bushido go next. I got a lot to say about this, so I'm gonna let Bushido go if he hasn't already.
No. I want to hear your take on this.
Oh, you really want to hear my take?
Yes.
All right, good.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. It's gonna be raw, and it's not gonna be nice.
Oh, the only way I like it.
Monday Night Raw.
No, wait, that came out wrong. Wait.
Tuesday Night Raw. The Renegade Raw podcast.
God, no, Red.
Oh
This is
yeah,
how I'm
baby.
having a kid in March,
Okay.
guys. Just want to put that out
Yeah,
there.
bend over,
Oh,
son.
God.
Okay, that was a little too much. Go ahead.
I cried when it was revealed Kevin Conroy is coming back as Batman. I cried that day.
Same.
And today I cried again when they revealed the fucking Battle Pass. Why? Why the fuck? Why? Hey, Rocksteady. You're a lot like another studio that I know. You may have heard of them. Crystal Dynamics. You know, when their publisher said, "Hey, why don't we take a superhero IP and make it live service?" You know how well it went for them, huh? Let me tell you something. It didn't go very well. Now I'm assuming here, this was not Rocksteady's first idea. I'm assuming this is Warner Brothers, so that this is on them just as much as Rocksteady. And to clarify, or to add to Mac's point, or maybe against it, I'm not sure which one it follows. When you asked Red, would you rather wait a month or two and pay $20 for DLC? I would think that is much more acceptable, and I'll tell you why. Battle Pass. When you look at the term and you look at other games that have a Battle Pass, it implies there is multiple, which means multiple paywalls. We've seen it in Call of Duty, we saw it with Halo Infinite, we saw it with Battlefield, Overwatch. There's rumors that Diablo's gonna have it. I don't know how the hell they would, but it's Blizzard, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Fuck.
Battle Pass means multiple. That means they have more content on the way. That means more money from players. Continuous revenue streams. That's what these corporations and game companies are trying to do. I do not like it. I do not like the fact that one of my favorite studios is endorsing it. Rocksteady, what the fuck are you doing? Here's a good chance to turn this ship around before launch and say, oh, no, we're not doing a Battle Pass. You misunderstand. Yeah, we understand clearly. Don't do it. Please. Don't fucking do it. I'm begging you. Rocksteady, don't make me put you in with the rest of this industry. Please, I'm begging you.
So let me ask you something.
Don't make me do it.
Let me ask you something. So we all know everybody's already hating on the Battle Pass, right? So we know, what is it, May 27th or 8th, I think it's 29th, right?
26.
26, okay. Comes out the 26th of May. If it got delayed to fix that, wouldn't that sound good? Wouldn't you be okay with it?
Yes.
Like if it took 3 months to, let's say, August, right? We'll say beginning or end of August, right? No games are really coming out besides at that point anyway, besides like Madden or 2K. So that's like the sports games, right? Not many people that play Rocksteady or Rocksteady games, not many of them play Batman. You know, normally the sports people stay with the sports. So you delay it a little bit and fix that problem right now. Don't wait till the game comes out like Square Enix did or like EA did with Battlefront 2. Get that shit done right now. Get it fixed right now. I don't like the Battle Pass for a co-op game like that, single player game. That is the dumbest shit ever. I mean, it's not a multiplayer game. What the hell are you thinking? Like, that's dumb. Like, it makes zero sense as cosmetics. I mean, what am I gonna get? Oh, I guess Shark Guy's gonna have a golden grill at level 100, you know, yay!
That's right.
Can't wait till I fucking pull my fucking Paul Wall moment out here, you know. Can't wait for that. I mean,
I can't wait for the DC Extended Universe pack and the Kryptonite pack and everything else.
Yeah, to get and then on top of it, to get something random on top of it with a loot pack, you know, it definitely needs to go bye-bye. Like I said, I'm not approving this, but it's just something that it needs to get fixed. We're gonna talk. This is 4chan, the stupidest channel pod blogger leaker in the world. I don't care. No, I've never seen somebody so stupid in my life. They had one thing right out of the last 10,000 things they've posted, and that have been leaks. I don't trust them for anything they say. Now, that picture looks very authentic, though. Whoever, if that's a fake image, that is the most fake as real image I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So
No, Mac,
they
it was
might
confirmed-
actually.
It was confirmed real. It was confirmed real by VGC earlier this morning. It's real.
Yeah,
It's confirmed real.
I mean, time to fucking delay that bitch. So you gotta push it back. You got at least a month or two to fix that. Get rid of that problem. Add those cosmetics to the game. Even if it says you have to play this same mission 200 times, I would rather play that same mission 200 times than have to give them $10. Not literally, not legitly, but you guys understand 200 times is.
I know what you
I don't
mean.
love a game that much,
Right.
but Warframe kind of does it. You grind first, you can buy it, okay, but give me the option to buy it. Okay, if I want this skin, buy it. That I'm fine with. If
Right.
you could just buy the whatever, if I could buy whatever fucking skin I want. If I want to buy, who is it? I don't really think of the Harley Quinn's bikini outfit, for $20 to be a horn dog simp. Let me be a horn dog simp for $20. Don't make me pay $10 to give me shit that I really don't want. And there might be one thing on there that I want, and now I gotta grind the game on top of it. You forcing me to play the game in a time frame that I might not have enough time to play. People have families, people have jobs. That's another thing I hate about battle passes. They force you. The only thing I've ever said Halo has ever done right is you can go back to your battle pass whenever you want. So if you buy it, it's always there. Every game should equip. If you do have a battle pass, you should at least put that into it. But
you don't even have to pay for the battle pass in Halo Infinite. You can go back whenever the fuck you want.
yeah, that's my point. You don't even need to pay for it. You can go back and get all the free shit that's available in the past. But this shit's got to go bye-bye. If that battle pass is not free, then it's a bad thing. That battle pass, if you have to pay $1 for that battle pass, it's overpriced.
Bushido, are you?
Sorry, I'm ramping on like assassin.
It's okay. It's okay, baby. Oh, Bush, baby. Oh, that's weird. That's fine. Bush, baby. What's going on? Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I think my problem is that most of these battle passes and expansion is different because that's a whole lot of game to be played. You know what I mean? Expansion is more than just DLC. But DLC, sometimes I feel like it's a ripoff because sometimes it's just content held back just to charge us.
3-hour experience.
Yeah, for a 3-hour experience. If it's $10, I'm not going to complain about too much. But if it's anything more than that, now listen. The problem I have with battle passes is that everybody's trying to find a way to slide that in there. In every instance, in every way to try to slide another way of charging us more. I understand that they need to make money. I do.
Yeah.
And I understand that, unfortunately, in business, once you make a certain amount of money, they want to go to the CFOs again and say, like, hey, how could you make us more money? And he has to have his people figure out another way to make more money. But it's gouging your base, and then your base eventually will start resenting it and not buying it at all. And if you make it cheap, I think you would sell a whole lot more of it, but they don't sell it cheap. They sell it for a higher premium price, thinking that if it gets hot, if you look at the history of DLCs don't usually sell that well. It's a few extra dollars. You might sell about 100,000. I don't know what you would call DLCs, but DLCs. But
I got you. Yeah.
If you sold it at a lower price, you would sell a lot more, and people be more adept at spending the money to buying that. But they'd rather just throw this huge price at you, or another way of scamming you. Like I said, with battle passes, I don't think every game needs it. I don't understand why every game needs it. Like Max said, it should be always a way for you to get whatever skins or whatever free. Because even Fortnite does. Now listen, Fortnite has done it right, but the deal is with most games, and the reason why they make money is because everybody wants it now. If you make the battle pass $10, and if you make everything else a few dollars, if you want to buy this, you want to buy that, people do it. But if you continue to raise prices on certain things, or find other schemes to get money from people aren't going to want to be bothered with the outside content at all. So I don't necessarily like the way it's done by just about everyone. But I do think that there is a way that, look, you guys can make some extra money, but you have to charge the right price for it. And I think that's the problem with most of these. And then what happens is once one person does it well, everybody wants to try it then. And that's my problem with it.
I was going to bring up a point about that. Because video games, their development time is unlike anything else. It's not like movies.
Not at all.
It's not like a convention setup for like an art show or something. It takes so long for games to be created, and it's hard. Think back, when did this development cycle start, and what was hot then? Whatever was hot then, and by the way, I'm not saying that it's not successful now. We just talked about Fortnite, and we talked about the things that Bushido mentioned with monetization models that actually felt worth it. So whatever was going on in Rocksteady's mind during early development, they're like, we could actually potentially add a battle pass to this, and that was way back then. Okay, but then you see what happened critically speaking with Marvel's Avengers and the backlash because of what they chose to do. It's insane to me that someone didn't say, okay, hang on, Derek, that wasn't a good idea. Maybe we should just stick to what people loved about us and just give them content, give them a great game, and have some end game stuff. Like, Diablo's known for that, and even fucking Diablo's gonna have a battle pass, allegedly. And it's insane to me, and I get it, I'm with you. You want to make your money. If I'm already spending $70 on your game because I don't have a choice now, everyone's going to be charging $70 for next gen games. I get it. That's just what are you going to do? But then you're going to add a battle pass on top of that. Again, I'll go back to my point before. A free-to-play game, and for example, like Warzone. Okay, so Warzone's free, Apex Legends is free, Fortnite, so on and so forth. And then there's a battle pass there, there's skins to buy, whatever. They're going to make their money because people are invested, okay? So you're going to get way more money out of it because it's free to you. So you're going to spend $10 here and $5 here and $20 here or whatever. But to add something, why not give us quality? And I love Rocksteady, and if anyone has not played Arkham Knight, Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, even those games have so much content in them. It's insane, especially Arkham Knight with its expansions. By the way, its most wanted expansions. Holy shit, there's so much content there, and I'm still playing Arkham Knight. Tonight, and that game came out in 2016 or 2015. 2015.
I would be playing that game right now if it had 60 frames.
I understand. Again, it's a movie. You're playing a movie. I'm kidding. But no, it's I get it. It's just that at this point, I understand if their mindset was back then was let's do what this hotness is right now to monetize this game in some way because people are going to fall in love with it so much. Again, it's only $8 or $10 or whatever, I'm sure, but it is not a good look. It is not a good look. But I get it. Time is money, and Mac did mention if you got kids and you got a job and you got all this stuff going on and you just want to say I'd rather spend $10 because I am not gonna have time to put this in. My kid, I hate my kid, and I gotta spend all day with him. So this guy wants to just spend $10 and go ahead and get on with it and fast forward. I understand that, but I do not agree with every single multiplayer game. Is Redfall gonna have a battle pass? You know, like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, yeah, it's like this new standard is just, I don't know. It's like, and I'm just, again, maybe we're old men shouting from our top of our chimney.
Don't touch my grass. Don't touch my grass.
Don't touch my bluegrass.
I want to put onto that topic though. What makes it even worse is, right, we got battle passes, right, and then another game comes out and it has a battle pass, and then another game comes out like a week later and it has a battle pass. How do they expect so many people? Like, I understand kids can play a lot, even some adults can play a lot. I mean, we all here play a lot of gaming here, but imagine having like 4 battle passes. Like, the time and effort you have to put into playing every one of them. That's another thing. I just think they need to get away from it. People bitched about loot boxes, and I never bitched about loot boxes. I hated the percentages of them. They, the gold thing is only like a 5% chance of getting it, but that sucked. But they should have made it where you could have bought. Like I said, loot boxes are fine if they're free. If you kind of like how Overwatch used to give them out. Every 10,000 points, you got a free loot box. Now, why did they got rid of them? Because people were spending so much money on them, and it was almost like gambling. So that's why they got rid of them. But they should have just made them free, and then did how Fortnite's done it, where they just have an item shop that randomly changes every one section changes every day, and then they add something every 3 days in another section. They need to do it like that, because that makes more sense. Give me the loot boxes, but also give me the items that I want to buy. So if I want to buy that golden ticket out of the fucking one box they give us, let me buy it. But don't make it where I can buy loot boxes. You know what I'm saying? Because then that's where gambling comes into point. Right. And then make an item shop. That's it. Item shop and loot boxes worked if they didn't have the gambling part. If you could not buy loot boxes, that's fine. But then people would actually go, okay, well, you know what? I really want to just try to earn it through the loot box. They got loot boxes. Let me earn it. There's like a 40-day period. You got to earn that loot box. Yeah, if I get it, then after that, I'll buy it, from the store if I really want the skin. Still, at that point in 40 days from now. They need to do stuff like that. I don't know where these companies think that keep adding these battle passes are going to work. I haven't bought Fortnite. I'm a level 40 in Fortnite. I have not bought it. I refuse to buy it. I have no reason to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. As much as I play it, still not going to buy it. My Call of Duty one, I ended up didn't even pay for my Call of Duty one. Because for the last 3 Call of Duties, I haven't paid for one since the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the Modern Warfare 2019 edition. I haven't bought a battle pass for that since 2019. So November or whatever, maybe January of 2020. This battle passes just ruin games when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah. So any other thoughts, anyone, on that? I think we all agree we don't like battle pass. It seems that we don't like that. I don't like that. No battle pass in my games.
More about the whole battle pass thing. It's just look, when you think of a battle pass, you think, oh well, what game is it gonna have, or what game is this battle pass in? Is it Fortnite? Well, that's to be expected. Epic needs more money. Sure, Epic needs more money. Sure, why not? Apex Legends? Oh yeah, Electronic Arts is behind it. Yeah, that makes sense. Agreed. Warzone, like you mentioned earlier, Red. Who's behind that? Oh, wait. I think it's Activision, right?
Activision.
Yes, they need more money, because obviously they don't make enough money from Call of Duty. Even though Modern Warfare 2 is the fastest selling Call of Duty in the entire franchise. But it's not a very
popular game.
Come on, man. So when you see a studio, like Rocksteady, From Software, Playground Games, you see them and you think, we don't have to deal with this shit. And when you see one of them go, oh, well, we're going to start doing it, you go, please don't. No, we like you.
Please, Daddy, no.
Please, I'm betting not like that, but still, please, no.
It happened.
So, but when you think about it in that term, that's why I got so mad earlier, because like I said, if it's Activision, Electronic Arts, Square Enix, you're not surprised. But this is Rocksteady. This is a studio that makes single-player, narrative-driven, open-world games. They did it with Batman 3 times, and each one, it was both critically and commercially successful. So we all thought it was going to be the same with Suicide Squad. Yes. No games as a service bullshit, no battle pass bullshit, no loot box bullshit, not even a season pass bullshit. Maybe DLC, but I think we as gamers are more attuned and okay with having a DLC nowadays in this modern age of gaming. I think can we all agree DLC is much more acceptable than battle passes and shit?
1,127,500%, yes.
Yes, but because it's Rocksteady, that's why I got so mad early. I'm like, are you kidding me?
All right, don't do this to me, bro. You're better than this.
You have such a good reputation in this industry. Why ruin it over a fucking battle pass? Why?
Assassin, do me a favor real quick. Please look up the original price for Blood and Wine for The Witcher 3. Look that up real quick, if you could, please. And while you're looking that up, I want to preface this because that DLC, if I remember correctly, I don't even think it was $30. I think it was like $25, and it was its own
$12.
fucking games. I don't know.
It was originally $19.99 in 2015, but yeah, Mac is right. It's
Okay.
$12 right now.
So the Heart and
$12
Stone-
now,
the Heart and
right.
Stone only costs $10, and
Yes.
the Blood and Wine costs $20.
20. That Blood and Wine is 40 plus hours. That is an entire game, and it's like the best DLC ever made. It's incredible. They didn't go and say, we'll charge you bit by bit. Here's a piece of armor for $2. Here's a crossbow for 50 cents. They literally actually quite literally gave you DLC just as it came. They gave you quests for free just because the success of the game was so successful that they just started pushing out content. Now, regardless if the content was already made beforehand or not, it doesn't matter. They gave it to us for free. So who's going to complain about that? That's the success of The Witcher 3 was so I mean, it's The Witcher 3. Okay, I don't know what else I need to say. But they kept pushing out content at a lower price because the quantity of players was much higher. So they didn't need to charge out the asshole and sell their children and ask people to sell their children to them to make more money because the quality was there. So quality breeds quantity, and now you have the ability to charge $20 for an incredible DLC. And I don't understand why. And I get it. Creativity is hard. And so if I'm comparing this, I'm not necessarily just talking about Suicide Squad right now. I'm just talking about any studio in general that feels that has a creative inclination to do something new and fresh. And I'm not saying that. I mean, it's a game studio, right? Everyone is going to have a creative inclination. But whenever it comes to doing something new and trying to find creative ways to monetize that's going to interest your consumer. It's crazy to me that someone just goes Battle Pass, and it's like you're dipping your toes in such shallow water, such shitty poopy sewage shallow water. You're all you're gonna gain is like this toxic. You're gonna gain shade is what you're gonna gain. It's just it blows my butthole off, right, Bushido? My butthole's gone. Is your butthole still there?
I think Bushido muted himself by mistake.
Oh, it's fine. Well, anyway.
The last topic. We have one more topic, I think.
Well, we actually have two. Well, we have three, but let's just get this out of the way since we're all heated.
No,
and
sorry, I
angry.
got a phone call.
No,
You're fine, buddy. So let's
gotta
just
make it quick. Make it quick, Red. We gotta do it quick. We're kind of going over a little bit.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. Big Daddy Mac. Oh, fuck. See, Skull and Bones got delayed.
God,
Who the fuck cares?
Podcast.
Who the fuck cares? Skull and Bones got delayed. I don't give a fuck. Why is this game still a game? They know what they should have done. Everyone's saying, give us Assassin's Creed combat on top of both. They're like, no, we're not going to do it. We're going to lay it 6 fucking times in a row. The Wandering Dutch, shout out to him. He was on Game on Daily, shout out to them. Gaz, shout out to him. And they were talking about this game got delayed 6 times because it kept changing internally. It kept changing and changing and changing and changing. And it's been delayed again because when the game got revealed finally, like, everyone's so proud of it. Oh, look, we're all so proud. And everyone's like, but what about ground combat? And they're like, well, what do you mean? We never thought that was the thing people wanted. Are you fucking kidding me? And I'm not saying that's the only reason. I'm just saying you need to shift your assets somewhere else. Ubisoft is already in deep water with all of their cancellations. They just need to shift their assets somewhere else and put it towards something else. This game is dead in the water, no pun intended. Does anyone have anything to say about Skull and Bones?
You said everything.
It's not for me. It's boring. Whatever. It's.
I'm with you. Just go play
I
Sea
have
of
one thing to
Thieves.
say.
Go play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You get
Yeah.
a good vote there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I only
think
have
that-
one thing to say, but
Okay.
knowing Ubisoft, I'm expecting a conference call next year. Oh, Hey everyone, we just wanted to update you and say we have decided to cancel the Splinter Cell remake and we're gonna go fully into Skull and Bones. Aren't you excited?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm like,
Yeah, would not doubt it at all.
Ubisoft, you don't know how to do anything right, do you?
I love all Ubisoft games. I will tell you that. I'm very,
You too.
very.
They
I
are
love,
great.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
love almost every one of them. But
I just
the
wish
They
I
don't
would-
listen. They don't listen. They don't listen. Every single
love the
person in the
biggest
world is
IP.
wanting a Splinter Cell fucking remake, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna wait. We're gonna make 17 fucking Assassin's Creed games instead, and then we're gonna cancel 4 of them, and then you know what? You know what people are really wanting more fucking battle royale Ghost Recon game. You know what? Never mind. We're gonna scrap that. Let's for 8 years in a
I
row
always
now.
tell everybody, if you play one Ubisoft game, like it's almost the same on every one of them. Like Watch Dogs
Yeah.
is similar.
You know what to
Watch Dogs is
expect.
similar to Far Cry. Far Cry is similar to this. I mean, it's just, and they're good games. Don't get me wrong on that. They're good games. I like every one of them. I love Far Cry 6. I think it's amazing. I love Watch Dogs. I love every Assassin's Creed game, no matter outside of Black Flag.
Yes.
But it sucks when it's all the same, and then they somehow they never get it right. You know what I'm saying? They don't get it right. They screw it up. Sorry, I'm in the middle of something, doing two things.
Yeah,
at
you're
once.
okay. Yeah,
And Skull and Bones has been delayed too much. Anybody that's been excited for that, it's almost like, you know, you get a new girlfriend and, you know, you're like, oh my God, my dream girlfriend. And then you she still doesn't say she's going to come over. And she still says she's not coming over. And then she still says she's not coming over. And then finally you're like, fuck this shit. I don't give a shit anymore. You're going to get tired of it. That's where we're kind of at on that situation. Like with Skull and Bones, you just move on from the situation. The game should have got canceled after the 3rd delay. I don't care what anybody says. So, but that's just whatever.
Yeah,
What
cool.
is it?
Let's
What
move
is it,
on
5 or 6
to
delays now, I think, on that. Yeah.
it's
6,
fucking like 6. Yeah. So let's just move on away from that. Let's go to happier things, positive things, because we're not all the way biased here. We're not biased at all. It's more interesting to talk about Microsoft and Xbox. So Assassin, I want you to lead us into this, the Xbox and Xbox Game Pass, excuse me, and PS Plus games.
January, or
Yeah, just in general. I can read them off if you guys want me to.
Yeah, whatever you want.
So we got 4. So what's coming to PlayStation Plus? We got Back for Blood. This was announced sometime like last week or earlier in the week. Back for Blood, Dragon Ball Z, Devil May Cry Special Edition, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Jet the Far Soar, Just Cause 4, Amino and Erica, I think is how you say it.
Hang on, which Dragon Ball Z? You just said Dragon Ball Z. Which is it? Is it Kakarot?
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Excuse me. So I thought I said that.
Okay. That's
Okay,
sick.
and then if you have the higher edition, the premium edition, you know, it's going to be Cypher Filter 3, Star Wars Demolition, and Hot Golf 2. I think those are all PS1 or PS2 games. So,
Hot golf. Is that?
yeah,
like,
Hot Golf. It's kind of similar to golfing
Sexual.
with friends, just a little bit different.
But everyone's naked.
That I don't know.
Okay, well, good.
I don't know. And then for Game Pass, for this weekend, we have on the 19th we have Persona 3 and Persona 4, and on the 20th we have Monster Hunter
I
Rise.
screamed so loud you couldn't even hear me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Monster Hunter Rise is coming out on the 20th.
Yes.
Bushido, are you looking forward to any of these games that are coming to the PlayStation Plus Premium or Game Pass?
No, just Game Pass.
Hell yeah.
I do plan on using the PlayStation service eventually to finish a few games that I haven't touched or haven't gone all the way through, like Death Stranding. Not really excited for that one, but I am really excited for Monster Hunter Rise. I'm stupid excited for Monster Hunter Rise. So
Yes, I'm with you, bro.
yeah.
All right, Assassin, what about you, buddy?
The only one that would interest me on PlayStation Plus would be Siphon Filter, but I want to play the first 2 before I obviously go into the 3rd one. If I had to pick between the 2, Game Pass, Persona 3 and Persona 4, I think would just take too much time for me. I haven't even fully dived into Persona 5 Royale yet. I want to play Monster Hunter Rise with you, Mac, Red.
Yep.
When it comes out on
He's like,
Friday,
Yeah.
or not Friday, but Saturday. So if you guys want to join me in our first Monster Hunter adventure, let's go.
Yeah.
And just to add, Mac, you did forget one for January, but I know you said this weekend, but Age of Empires 2, the definitive edition, comes out January 30th.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I
He
didn't.
lost his marbles.
Oh my god.
Never
Yeah,
age.
so excited for that.
Okay.
So,
and
Yeah, Game Pass.
yeah.
Game Pass for me.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm in the same situation. Cypher Filter 3 I played as a child. My brother has the premium tier, so I'll definitely try it. I'll just log into his account and then just load it up and put it on my account. I mean, clearly we've all played Back for Blood. I own Dragon Ball Z Fighter. I own Devil May Cry. I own most of these games that are on premium PlayStation Plus. Persona 3 and 4. Not that they're bad, they're just very time consuming, and I've been playing another time consuming game on top of that, so I don't think I'm going to get to those. Maybe a little bit later date, maybe in April, maybe March, April, depending on the scenario. But definitely Monster Hunter Rise is my top game of this month for any of these games, because it just looks amazing. And 4-player co-op, definitely going to be nice. If it plays similar to the other one, I'm definitely going to be happy with it. So, and now, what about you,
Bushido.
Red Wolf?
No, let's go with Bushido. Wait,
Bushido
yeah,
already
wait,
went.
wait.
Do you listen?
She already
already
went.
I am
See,
so
you're
Somebody's
not
not paying
paying
attention. Somebody's
guys,
not paying attention.
I am so tired. I don't know if you can see me. I don't know if you guys have been watching me. I am so fucking tired.
Yeah,
And I apologize again. Anyway, I'm excited for Monster Hunter, because I don't have a PlayStation anymore. Basically, it's not that I hate PlayStation. It's just that I don't. Everything on PlayStation Plus, I've actually played a lot of that. I grew up playing Siphon Filter. That was the Splinter Cell before Splinter Cell.
Yep.
And it's just, there's nothing there that I haven't already played or that I don't already actually own, and especially that I don't already own on Xbox. But as far as what's coming, Monster Hunter is the thing that I'm really, really excited about. Very, very excited about that. And then I know this isn't actually Game Pass, but Hitman Freelancer comes out very soon too. I'm very excited about that. That's free if you own Hitman 3. Well, it's on Game Pass. That's kind of why it ties in. Hitman 3 is on Game Pass. Freelancer mode is coming out soon. Just get hyped for that. That comes out, I think, on the 27th. The 26th, the day before Dead Space. And then the other Persona games that are coming out, I'm still playing Persona 5, so I will probably never get to those games until my 70th birthday, which is coming up in 2 years. So that's what I'm excited for. So Monster Hunter seems to be the winner here, because I can't wait for that. I got to get it all out of my system before Wild Hearts, because I want to play Wild Hearts. I'm just cautiously optimistic. I want to love that. I just don't want to.
Wild Hearts! I can't wait for that. What's the date on that one?
February
Wild
17th.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, okay. Because I kept saying to myself before that if I want to play Monster Hunter Rise, how am I going to get a chance to play Wild Hearts? And they're just similar, but they've that's right. They're apart from each other. Yeah, that's why I've been worried about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. So
Almost
that's
a
good.
month apart.
So
you'll
we're all
have time,
looking forward
Bushido.
to that, and there will be plenty of people to play with because it's on Game Pass, so it's not about gifting and buying or whatever until the
Wait,
day
Wild
that
Hearts?
inevitably.
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Monster
I was
Hunter.
about to
Monster
say.
Hunter.
I'm saying
Um,
I'm saying Monster Hunter Rise clearly is the winner of excitement. So yeah. So everyone is gonna. Anyway,
I see you
move
guys
on.
in here making
Our
stuff
final
up.
our final segment. Yes, I'm dead. I'm gonna apologize. Embarrassing. I'm so fucking tired. You guys don't understand.
You got
Anyway,
more?
no. We're done. The episode is over. Bushido, what have you been playing lately?
He went right to it.
I've been playing
Get the shit out.
Mental Path Traveler.
I know.
Listen,
Yeah.
I have to say this.
Yes.
This is probably my favorite JRPG I've ever played in my life. The
Whoa.
combat system
Is it
is
on Game
so Yeah, it's still on Game Pass. Yep.
There it is.
The combat system is one of the best I've ever played. Not only do you get your own abilities, but then you get these super abilities, and then you get a secondary ability that one of your other characters has, and it's just freaking tastic. And two of the abilities are like super OP, and so once I got those, it like gave another layer to the game. I gave it a 9.5. Like the game is really all that.
You heard it
I
here
can't wait for the
first.
sequel.
Game of the
Yeah,
year,
I can't
Mr.
wait for the sequel.
Bushido. Tweeting out, clipping it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for the sequel, man. That one's dope. And right now, I'm looking for another game to play. Even though there's a dungeon, they say you have to finish to really finish the game. But I'm still looking for something. You know, what's the next game before remake? Dead Space remake. Yeah.
Dead Space remake.
Yeah. Assassin, what have you been creeping on?
Well, I know all of us here, or the three of you, you all prefer Xbox, and I'm gonna disappoint all of you again. But I have been playing Ghost of Tsushima. I didn't finish the game back in 2020, and I decided to go again. New Year's resolution, going through my backlog at least before the mountainous amount of content that's coming this year. Dear God, this is my 2007, guys. This is my 2007. This is gonna be the year where the next generation is gonna be like, Assassin, what's your favorite gaming year? I'm like, 2023. Let me tell you a story. But no, for me it's Ghost of Tsushima. I'm pretty sure I'm almost done with the story. I'm trying to platinum it. I'm trying to platinum games on both PlayStation and Xbox. Cause I want that gamer credit, y'all. I really want it. And I want people to know that I love games.
Have you walked the Aunt through the forest?
Yes, I have.
You know what I'm talking about?
You mean Yuriko? Yes.
The top of the mountain?
Yes.
Oh my
Don't make me
God,
cry again.
man.
So
Man,
that was really
That was Witcher
Like,
3
no
level. Like
shit.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, man.
Like,
You're gonna make me replay that game now, then, so I can't think of nothing else.
Dude, yeah.
Sheesh.
Man, that shit fucked me up. In a good
I'm gonna
way.
go back into it after we're done here. So.
Good, as you should. Mac, what you been playing, Big Daddy?
I have been playing Halo, of course. We all know that I jump on Halo and Call of Duty. But the newest game I've been playing, whatever. Is One Piece Odyssey. Just come out a couple days ago.
Yeah, how was that?
I like it. If you like old school Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy like 9 and 10 and like 12, I think it is, more of a turn-based mechanics.
Yeah, yes, I do.
You will like this if you like One Piece. If you like One Piece, I
love One Piece. Wait. Where do you think the name Mr. Bushido comes from? I can even tell you where it comes from since you don't know. So in the Alabaster arc, Vivi kept calling Zoro Mr. Bushido. And I was like, I like that name. I'm a huge Zoro fan. And now you've given me a reason to use something with Zoro in it. So that's where it came from. That's where it came from.
Well, I do know that. But
or came it from.
Give me a chance.
You didn't know. No, you didn't know.
I watched
he was
over
about
like
to say
300 episodes of One Piece.
He was just about to say it, and then you cut him
Not
off.
all of them. But
no, you didn't know.
Did you watch the all 1,000 episodes of it? No, I doubt it.
Yes, I did. Yes, I have.
You've
did?
been
Yes, I have.
You've been alive for like 10,000 years, so I get it.
He watches one every day.
I'm gonna extend the show because now I gotta check you. First of all, I got into the show late. I got into the show by the time they were up to the Dressrosa. When they got to Dressrosa is when I started watching it, but I started it from the very beginning all the way up to Dressrosa, and I've been up to date ever since then.
Joke's on you. I've been watching it since the day it came out on TV for us in America. I really have.
You need to stop measuring your One Piece dick pieces, please.
Oh, I love that combination.
Mine's at least
Your
300.
One Piece
Mine's
dick.
300. Mine's 300 episodes deep. That's all I know. That's about it.
Then he said he's 300 deep. Woo! So much sex happening right now.
Hey, well, Bushido, you gotta give Matt credit. At least he watches the show. I don't.
Yeah,
I never watched One Piece.
Well, I wasn't taking any credit for him. I just didn't like the fact that he didn't know. You know,
Uh,
so
I did know. I just
He didn't know
you
who he
just-
was
you
fucking
just,
with.
you just like to hear yourself talk when I'm talking.
no, I had to check you. I just wanted to
checked
make
you.
sure. You know,
really, you
Mike,
two?
check.
Come on, man.
So anyway, yeah. So
remember
I
when
had-
you
Red,
get
what have
older,
you been
when I
playing?
put you in a retirement
Well,
home when they're asking,
glad that
remember
you
who's
asked.
going in when.
Anyway,
Wow.
that's when
Wow.
two piece will come out by then. So yeah, so I'll I've been playing when I can. I haven't been. I'm a zombie. I have been playing Midnight Suns, of course, because I love that game so much. It's just such a feel good game. I'll say it every time. I'll probably. That's all. Anyway, Midnight Suns. The Witcher has been my love and my curse at the same time. I'm still playing that. And I'm trying to chip away at 3 games that have been on my backlog that I started. Well, technically I've finished them, but I want to beat them officially, which is Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill Downpour, and Evil Within 2. All very similar games.
that's the one. Yeah, me too. I need to be Evil Within 2.
Yeah, because I love it, and like, dude, you can beat that game. They added these difficulty options where you can have like infinite ammo. You can just go straight up invincible, and you get all your achievements and everything. And like, there are segments of the game where I'm like, I don't want to feel frustrated. And this was like 2 years ago, last time I played it. Again, I'm going to get back into it so I can just finish it. And there was a segment where I was so confused. I was like, I'm just gonna go invincible. So I went invincible and just killed all the enemies. And just got to the next segment, turned off the invincibility, and the game had been at that point, such a smooth ride. And
But you could just turn that on.
yes, they added the first person mode, they added infinite ammo, invincibility, all kinds of stuff, and it does not affect your achievements, which is crazy.
Here,
So
I wouldn't want invincibility, but
No.
the ammo. Yeah.
No, well, that's the thing. Like, I used it to just get past my frustration because I don't like being frustrated and being stuck. I just want to
Yeah.
just go on. Like I said it before, even Colt Eastwood, shout out to him, friend of the show, father of everyone's dad, Xbox dad. Me and him both just switched the difficulty to easy on Evil West. I was like, I'm getting so frustrated. I love.
Oh
it
yeah, I
so
remember that.
And
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yeah.
I just switched it, and on easy mode, it feels like normal mode. It feels good. It feels great. It's such a fun game. I love the game
I've heard
so
a lot
much.
of people say that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the difficulty just felt unnecessary. I just wanted to have fun with it. So that's what I've been doing. If you're playing a single player game, who the fuck cares? So anyway, that was a long. Yeah, so I've been playing The Witcher and Midnight Suns still, and Persona 5, of course. So I just been playing chill games because, well, The Witcher, it's pretty chill. So yeah. Any closing thoughts? Good.
Mm,
Oh,
nope.
good.
Nothing.
Okay.
A long show anyway.
Oh
Yep.
man, Bushido, I'm so sorry for keeping you this long. Thank you so much for coming on. And where can
No,
people
man, I'm
find
happy
you?
to be here, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank me. Thank you. Thank everyone for seeing and looking and listening and smelling. And Bushido, where can people find you?
Twitter, Xbox, PlayStation, same thing, Mr Bushido N7. And you could catch me on Wednesday nights on the KY Bobby Show, which is Game Set Live at
That'd
8
be
o'clock
Thursday
Eastern
night.
Standard Time.
That's Thursday nights.
Oh, it's Thursday. Thank you, Macbound. Thursday at 9 o'clock.
Remember, I'm not a part of it. I just want to put this
9
out here that
o'clock.
I'm not a part of that show, so I just want to say that.
Thursday at
And
9
Macbound will be a
o'clock.
guest on KY. No.
He actually is. Actually, I do have him coming up sometime soon, but
Nice.
I gotta look again what I got on the schedule. So you got yes, Thursday on the KY Bobby Show at 9 o'clock Eastern Times, and on Wednesdays I'm on the Spooky Sprocket Show, aka Backlog Bastards, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Nice. And those
that
links
Charlie
will
and
be
Spooky,
in the
right?
description
Charlie and
below.
Spooky,
Yep,
right?
Charlie and Spooky.
Okay. Yeah,
Charlie's my buddy.
Yeah, so
Chuck
I'll link
Magic.
all that stuff. I'll link all that stuff down below. That way people can find you. And Assassin, where can I find? I know where to find you. You're still downstairs, right?
Fuck off. I'm still in the garage.
You're in the garage. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot where I put you. I have so many children. Good. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Assassin. That's Assassin with the 4 and a capital I. 4233 will be the handle on Twitter. You can find me at Assassin on YouTube. I am about to start my I'm gonna start either doing let's play playthroughs, or I don't know, either playthroughs or streaming. But all I know is the first one I'm gonna do is the Dead Space remake, so you can watch me there, get a good look at my terrible gameplay. But I don't know, maybe I'm terrible. I don't know. You tell me, because I want to hear it. And you can keep on listening to my terrible jokes, because I suck, and that's it.
Self-deprivation of the. Okay, so those links will be down below. I love that. And Mac, where are
you can find me on Twitter at Macbound at _ at the end. I do stream on Twitch at just twitch.tv/Macbound. I prefer if anybody that's watching would please follow me on there. I normally stream about 2 hours a night. I'm gonna fully start getting on schedule with that once my work fully picks up. I don't want to start doing a schedule and then I have to switch it 2 minutes after I start it. So if you would like to, please follow me on there, and that's really about it. So just got nothing else.
Awesome, man. And yes, so anybody wanting to see somebody who's actually really good at games, go follow Mac. He is awesome. I don't understand what's happening when I'm seeing I don't get it. It's not fair. Life isn't fair. So yes, thank you everyone for watching, and I do apologize for the pacing of this episode. For me, I am not myself, but next week I will be. I'll have some sleep and I'll be myself, and I'll be throwing out all kinds of inappropriate things and getting demonetized and never ever making money or a future on this platform. So you can find me at Red Wolf Renegade. That's not all one word. Red Wolf Renegade on twitter.com/red./red./redwolf. Yeah, that works. And since you're already on the YouTube channel, you found me. You got me. Tag you're it. Tag you're it. No, you're it. Anyway,
whatever they call it nowadays.
Yes, so leave a like at the least, leave a sub at the most. It would be greatly appreciated. And shout out to all the community members. When I say community members, I mean a member of the Xbox community. The close ones, obviously, Bushido is here with us. Risker for the Biscuit, Umbra, Infinite Umbra. Oh God, Jedi Knight Peter.
No, not Infinite Umbra.
Oh God. Oh no, never mind. Oh, he's doxed. He's doxed. He's canceled. Don't follow. God, delete. God, I'm trying to scramble. I'm scrambling. Jedi Knight Peter, Doom Kitty. Oh God, I'm just.
Everybody, anybody and everybody. There you go.
If you're watching this,
let's just
and
leave
you
it
got
at that.
this far, and yes, so next week will be much more normal. And Bushido, thank you so much again for joining us. My friend.
I appreciate you guys having me on. I really do.
You're our first guest, by the way, so that's nice of you.
Really?
You're our first guest. Yeah.
Well, now I'm specifically honored now.
Specifically honored.
We would like our 1,800 Microsoft points from the old school days. So
yes, 1,600. Yeah.
1,600. Yeah.
Just enough to not gonna buy 400 more. Yeah.
Get the achievement for being on the show first.
Mac, you're right. Bushido is absolutely our first guest, and I applaud him for that. But I got to roast Red for this. Red,
baby.
I can't believe at the start of the podcast you didn't think to tell our beloved audience, our beloved and loyal audience, where our fellow podcast member Sapio was the whole time.
Oh,
I'm so glad that you brought that up, because halfway through I thought about that. Sapio's dead. So thanks, guys, for joining the No,
he died in a plane crash.
Yes. God, that's way too soon.
Wait, too soon.
Anyway, it's fine. So Sapio was not feeling well this episode, and he will be back next week. And if he's not, then he might be dead. But that's where he's at. Everything is totally fine. He is just not here and not feeling well. And I can't have my beautiful little baby Asian boy on the show not feeling his best. So that is why I would not allow it. So Sapio, he's gonna watch this and be like,
podcast. He's gonna know that we're racist.
I'm never coming on again. I mean, what? I didn't say anything. Anyway, thank you guys for watching so much. Oh God, I don't know. Oh God, yeah, until I have to listen to myself back again for 3 hours, or I don't know what time it is. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Later.
Bye, everyone.